It's Friday, everybody, and we have a lot of Bravo news, pop culture things to roast and recap. So grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Smash that like, and let's get this party started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, stand-up comedian and pop culture vulture. Joleen Lunzer here for another No Offense, All Offense, where we take a look, we dive deep, we make fun of it, we roast it, we recap recap is right, all of our favorite pop culture news, trending news topics, reality television shows, things we love, things we love to hate, things we hate to love. Remember, I'm very opinionated, but that doesn't mean that you have to have the same opinion as me. You are welcome to sound off in the live chat or the comment section and put your opinion. And we can just respectfully and calmly agree to disagree like the most patient Real Housewife there ever was, Tamra Judge.
That's my opinion!
It's just my opinion. If you are joining live, I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Don't forget to smash that like. You guys, let's set a like goal for 600. Can we hit it? You guys have been killing it with the likes. So let's see if we could do that. If you want to support the channel further than liking or subscribing, which is just a free way to support the channel and is so appreciated, you can always join my YouTube membership or my Patreon. Links for that are in the description. You can also send a super chat while we're live, or you can hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Shout out to Chickenhead PK Neely and Gigi, who hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App recently, and I very much appreciate it. All right. Yes, we can hit that like. It's an easy way to support and let people know we're here, okay? And get into that YouTube algorithm that everyone's always trying to get into. All right, you guys. Everything, you guys know, if you're new here, just a reminder, everything I say is true today, except for the parts that are false. Everything is alleged and for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
So don't sue me. Also, I want you guys to sound off in the live chat. If you have been a part of our live chat for a while, or if you're new to it, just know that that's where the real cool shit happens, okay? I am a mere talking head comedian lady with lots of opinions, and I don't hold back at all. So that's why we call it No Offense, All Offense. I never mean to offend, but someone's probably going to get offended, maybe even me. All right. But I really know that you guys make this show what it is. All right. You're awesome. You're hilarious. You're wonderful. So sound off in the chat. Shout out to my mods, like Care Bear saying, smash that like. And let's talk about some stuff. Thank you. Otter says, cool shirt. Thank you. It's one of my favorite brands. The Big to the Bud Press. Big Bud Press. Shout out to them one day. Maybe they'll sponsor my show. It's clothing. I've talked about it before. That is all made in, I think, it used to be just made in LA, but now they have stores in New York. They have stores in Chicago. They have stores in Palm Springs, obviously LA, where they started. And it is American made shit. And I just love it. You know, you are going to spend a little bit more, but the quality is great. I've had this t-shirt forever, like the Sandlot. And I love them because their sizing is very inclusive and it's just cute. And it just really suits my Aquarius tendencies. So, but I've definitely talked about this brand and people went to the site and they're like, that's expensive. It's not like fast fashion at all. Like it's not what you're going to find at like TJ Maxx, Shein stuff. This stuff is pretty well made. And that's why I have to, you know, take time before I purchase my next piece. But if you get them when things are on sale, you can get some really good deals. And they have a whole bunch of new t-shirts that they came out with recently. So as soon as, you know, I am ready to get some more pieces, I will. But right now, these are great. Okay. Oh no, Anna says the store in Chicago closed. Oh, even more reason to go support them. Oh no, hopefully there's one still in New York. I know the one out here in Palm Springs is still killing it. And LA, they have multiple locations, a few. So, all right, you guys, I see you guys sounding off in the chat. And Krista asked, anyone having a hard time with other podcasts not holding Jax accountable like Joleen is? I mean, I'm like very opinionated about this. And I understand that not everyone is going to be as passionate as I am about this, or as passionate as I am about women shit and feminism and protecting women and calling out toxic men. I am just at the point where I don't care. I don't need anything from Bravo. I don't want anything from Bravo. I don't want any of these idiots on reality TV to be my friend. You know, if somehow, not saying I would never be friends with someone, but I wouldn't be friends with, the monsters that I talk about. I don't really know. I'm not really impressed by reality TV stars. I'll be honest with you. Because I just like to roast and recap and watch and make fun. I'm not trying to be a reality TV star myself. I'm not trying to work for Bravo Television. So I think that gives me a freedom in this that maybe not everyone else has. I don't know. I don't know who, there's so many people that talk about this. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who is this opinionated, because Christina Coca is the same way. I mean, to name one in particular. And there's lots of people on Instagram, lots of accounts and stuff, but I'm not impressed by having like a proximity to this. My goal is to be funny, to do comedy, and hopefully, have a special, a successful comedy special one day, not to be friends with Bravo celebrities. No offense, all offense, but I don't really care. I know. And I get, people always want me to also get in with like the Big Brother people when I cover it. And I'm sure I could eventually maybe do some interviews, but I have like my favorites I like to watch, but it's just not impressed. Like, I don't want to be friends with them. I remember my friend Busy Blu, he's wonderful and I love him and he's all the good things. And he is one of those people, like, he's not even trying to be friends with reality stars. They just want to be his friend. But even he's like, hey, come out, hang out with us. And I'm like, no, thanks. I have like a couple people in the Big Brother world that I keep in contact with, but very, very few. But it's for me, it's difficult for me to give you my full unfiltered opinion and roast and kind of parody, make fun of these people if I have a relationship with them. You know what I mean? I remember meeting Sheena a few years ago, maybe it's like 4 years ago now, I don't even remember. And she had talked about, we should collab. And I never hit her back up to collab. Like, I was like, thank you. This is before Scandival. And she was very kind to me. Brock was very kind to me, but that doesn't mean I'm still not going to roast them up and give my opinion about how they're behaving today. And honestly, I never hit her back up to collaborate. And other creators were like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, that's just not my goal. It's not my goal. I know my worth, and that's not my goal. So I'm too old, you guys. I know I'm not, people are like, don't say you're old, Joleen. I don't think I'm old, but I'm not 25. I'm not 35. I'm 45 years old. I'm a full grown woman. Like, I'm impressed with my fur babies. I'm impressed with people's dogs and people's cats. I'm impressed with like rescue stories. I'm not impressed with hanging out with reality stars or necessarily collabing with them. I know that sounds so bad. And that's not to say I would never do that. I don't know. But when I've been asked or when the option's been put out there, I don't see how it benefits. I just don't see how it benefits me. Because then I have to be careful what I say. And I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. At heart, I'm a stand-up comedian. That's just what I am. And so anyways, okay, long story short, but thank you for that. Right? I'm just not impressed. I'm impressed with so many other things and so many other people than this. This isn't going to get me to kind of, for lack of a better word, sell out. I just don't care. I don't care. But shout out to Indiana Girl Jules. I'm impressed with all of you guys. Like, I am more impressed with my audience and staying true to my audience than I am growing because I have certain people on my channel, or I interview certain people, or I appear on a show or something. Like, I just don't care. Indiana Girl Jules, I'm impressed with you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Happy Friday. Thank you for reading my venting on Instagram DM. Indiana Girl Jules, you have been such an important part of the Lean team for so long. Nana loves you. I love you. I will always listen to your venting DMs on Instagram. Your lives are helping me laugh, and the Lean team is a great group of people, right? It's about so much more. It's about this chat. You guys are hilarious. Janine says, keep it real, Joleen. That's why I love your podcast. I can't keep it any other way. I'm an Aquarius. I'm a neurodivergent. I'm 45. I don't know how to be any other way. And really, some of these people might think they want to be friends with me or collab with me, but believe me, they don't. You don't. You do not want to collab with me, these reality people. Because I'm not going to sit there and go, yeah, you don't want to collab with me. No, thank you. Let's see. Kara says I haven't watched. Ryan just not into his takes. He did do an interview. I watched Ryan Bailey. I have all the love for Ryan Bailey. I have nothing bad to say about Ryan Bailey. I really don't have anything bad to say about other creators in general. Everyone's doing their own thing, and I wish them all the best. And I have made little like friendships and things with people, and like I don't want to critique the creators. Really, I want to, critique and roast up the shows and the people on TV. But I did see Ryan interviewed Alex Baskin, and he was really excited about that. And I thought it was a good interview. I wouldn't want to interview Alex Baskin unless I could ask him like everything I wanted to ask him, and they would never let me do that. So shout out to Ryan. Right, that is kind of like, but no shade anywhere to any of those wonderful people. I've enjoyed being on Ryan's show and Ryan being on my show, and us, collaborating and having some fun, especially during Scandal. But as far as like reality TV peeps, like we do not care.
We do not care.
I did, April. Thank you. Did you get the pic of the menopause pills I sent you on Instagram? I did see that. I did get some gummies, some perimenopause gummies that are not like fun gummies, like weed gummies, like gummies, like supplement gummies. And I forget the brand. I bought a whole bunch of supplements one day online, and there's some menopause ones that I think I like. I don't know. They taste good. And are they helping with perimenopause symptoms? I still have brain fog. Maybe I'm not having as many sweats, hot flashes. I don't know. We'll have to see. It hasn't been that long. Fiji said, love this time for a live. Just got home from work and sat down watching with my tea. Good times. Yes. Sit down, watch with your tea. I know I have struggled in my ADHD and my brain and my, search for dopamine and things that interest me, and being focused on things to find a regular time slot that works for myself and works for you guys, but we're still experimenting. I figure that's like part of my charm is I might just pop up and be live. But I would like to have a dedicated time that obviously we all know is subject to change due to ADHD. Okay. Yes, I've seen Ryan call out people's behavior like on their shows. I've seen Ryan call out Lala's behavior on Sheena's show. So he has done that in a way that I respect so much. So Indian Girl says, I love Ryan. He does call out people's behavior. Yes, he does. The interview is always something. Yes, he's wanted to do. It's that, just because I feel a certain way doesn't mean he has to or anybody has to feel anyway. This is just me. We were supposed to collab in March. They hit me up, but then I'm sure they got busy and I didn't hear anything, but I could always hit them up to come over here. And by them, I mean, Ryan, but I know he has like a team behind him. That's great. So, yeah, it was great. I don't have any, the only, thing I thought is I would ask questions that Baskin Robbins wouldn't like. That's all I thought. So, all right, you guys, let's talk about the Jax situation, because I found so many interesting things. Okay. So Britney obviously has been doing a lot of press regarding this season of The Valley and what we're going to see and her relationship with Jax and their divorce and, her reflecting. I saw a take on Reddit, on the Vanderpump Reddit, that I thought was interesting and something we could talk about. I think, let's just get right into it. Okay. So I saw a post on Reddit because Britney, like I said, she has been doing, we're going to go through her glamour. She did a glamour article. Is this it? I think that's the cut. I don't think the cut will let you read their stuff. It's so annoying. Just let me read it, bro. Okay. I have too many subscriptions as it is. All right. Britney Cartwright. Let's look at the glamour article because I think we can just read that straight up. So we'll dive into that, roast it, recap it. Britney Cartwright is moving on. But I did see this interesting take on Reddit, and I want to hear from you guys because I know I have seen some people in the live chat, and I have been someone who has been guilty of this. And I won't even say guilty because I really didn't enjoy. There was quite a period of time where I didn't enjoy Jax or Britney, and I wasn't, the biggest fan of either of them. And I was like, how much is staged? But I think seeing what's going on with Britney right now, and I have so much more empathy for her than I did before, and her speaking out and sharing her story and just watching her has opened my eyes to maybe my own judgment of her, which wasn't necessarily any of our judgment wrong when she was with Jax, and when they were let go from Bravo. I just didn't like some of the moves and stuff like that. But now I think it's a different time, and Britney is trying to separate herself from who I believe to be a very abusive man, Jax Taylor, and is a garbage human and piece of shit. And so I want to support her. I think this is the time in which you can have your criticisms of, Britney, fine. But I think right now, when this kind of story is trending in our media and pop culture, and you have a woman who's clearly navigating her way out of an abusive relationship on television and within social media, I think now's the time to really lean in and support her. Because just in my opinion, any support or any criticism of how, what she did before or why she stayed with this man isn't helping not only Britney, but other women in situations like this, or other women who have been in situations like this, or other women who might find themselves in situations like this. So it will only help Jax. And I don't want to help Jax or any abusers 1 minute out of my day. So someone on Reddit, on the Vanderpumpaholics Reddit, made a post, and it said, the victim blaming of Britney is disgusting. And I want to read their post to you guys. This person says, there isn't a perfect victim. And I think that is just, that is 100% true. And we as women know all too well that we are picked apart when we come forth with our stories of abuse, our stories of SA. And it's, it's always the cliche, what was she wearing? What was she doing? Why did she do that? How much did she have to drink? We are picked apart. And there is no such thing as a perfect victim, just like this person is saying. So Britney knew who Jax was before they started dating, so I don't feel bad for her. They have this in quotes. What is the point of that? How many people make mistakes? See the best in people when they don't deserve it? They're asking that question. How many current women are being abused right now, see how Britney is talked about, and choose to stay because the embarrassment of being wrong is too much? Possibly at least one. Even if Britney really did know Jax was as bad as he has gotten, at the end of the day, she made a mistake. We all do. She was wrong to trust him and be with him, but she has Cruz now, and she probably doesn't regret it either. Stop victim blaming because you don't know the victim. Stop victim blaming because you think she deserved it. Stop victim blaming. It's over. She did what she did. All you are going to do is make it harder for other people to leave. You don't have to like Britney. You don't. You don't have to coddle her. You don't have to support her necessarily in any way. But otherwise, maybe just keep your mouth shut, because at the end of the day, she is a victim of domestic, verbal, and physical abuse. As a child of DV, I am disgusted and hope my mother wasn't talked about in her community like some of you talk about Britney. And that really made me think, like, my initial critique of Britney and me being like, oh God, I'm just like so over it before any of this came out, and with her and Jax, as I think it had so much to do with how much I disliked Jax and how much I was seeing Jax use someone like Britney, who everyone was like, she's so nice, bear Shay, she's like the sweetest, and use that as a redemption arc for himself after we've watched him be an awful human since day one. I also think the more I took a bath this morning and kind of thought about it, I think it also, awoke in me an anger I have in myself for putting up with bullshit when I was younger. or not seeing certain things or making excuses for someone because of love when other women or other people tried to point it out to me in my 20s. So I think there is part of that will always exist in me that sometimes projects out in situations like this, where it's almost like I want to be mad at her and punish her to punish the inner Joleen that I'm still pissed at, that I feel that allowed, didn't listen, I should say, not allowed, but didn't listen when other women and women who I loved and were close to told me how problematic someone that I was with, how problematic he was, if that makes any sense. And good point, Mallory. Jax is also older than Britney, and he knows what he's doing. He's very manipulative. And yes, do I think Britney wanted to probably be on TV and be a celebrity and leave Kentucky? Of course. Did she maybe in the beginning also see Jax as like a ticket out of that? Sure. But that doesn't negate or change the fact that this man is an abusive, manipulative, lying, narcissistic, Darvo asshole, in my opinion, obviously. So I think that was just, when I read that, it made me kind of, look inside myself of why I felt these ways, and why I was so just like, ugh, Britney, what the fudge? But I think it had, there were layers to the shit. And it had a little bit to do with the fact of my own experience and not trusting people when I should have trusted them, and how long I stayed in something when I shouldn't. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yanni says, women are always harder on each other. Society trains us well to take the blame for systemic patriarchal issues. Yes, Yanni, all the claps. Put your baby door emojis in the claps, in the chat for Yanni. Yes. Evelyn, yes, we're always projecting something. Like when people, when I get comments on my channel that are like, you need to be like unbiased. I'll never be unbiased, because we all come in with a certain amount of bias from our experience, the way we were raised. There's always a bit of like prejudicial thought within us because of our circumstances, because of our experience. There is no such thing as a completely unbiased person, nor would I want to listen to that person give their opinion on anything. Nor can you be unbiased or neutral. I think someone critiqued me recently and was like, oh, you have to be neutral. No, I don't. And I never will be. And I don't want to be. No, thank you. No. But yes, Evelyn, great point. Great points. Let's see. All right. Yeah, there's no such thing as no bias. There's literally no such thing. Every experience I've ever had and everything I've learned, comes out in the way I see the world and view the world. And that's what makes, all of our takes and things so interesting, but also, so maddening at times too. Because I think sometimes, myself included, you're not able to see outside of yourself in your own bubble, or recognize your own privilege or things like that. So that's why I think these conversations, and the conversations that happen on Reddit in a lot of ways are so important, because you read it and you're like, oh yeah, huh. And then I always think, well, did I participate in that? And if I did, why did I participate in that? And I want like that greater understanding. Busy Blu, I was just talking about you earlier. How did you know? We see each other. Busy Blu says, support Joleen and her bias. Hit that like button. 100%. Busy, I was talking about how you try to get me to hang out with the reality people and I stay home. He tries to get me to come out to the events and I go, no, maybe one day. I don't know. Thank you, letting the days go by. Your Aquarius take is needed. Speaking of that, you guys, let's take a look at Britney's glamour interview, because I read part of this interview, and it's long, so I didn't read all of it, but we'll read it here and we'll go through it. And I thought it was very interesting. I like that we're getting to see Britney open up, because we get the market and pop culture and blogs are saturated with Jax's take and his lies and manipulation. And so I think that Britney's voice might be drowned out because of a manipulator like Jax and having his podcast, and he keeps saying the same talking points over and over again, even though they're not true. Britney has came out multiple times in multiple interviews and said no, and on her own podcast and said he's lying, he's lying, he's lying. And we have listened to his podcast and we've caught him in these lies. But the problem with this kind of propaganda and manipulation is the more time something is said and it gets ingrained, as propaganda does, in people's brains, then people go, oh, I guess that's the truth, which is more prevalent than ever in 2025 in our, media, and, questioning whether, am I just a product or a victim of my own algorithm, just reinforcing these certain thoughts? Is there ever really a truly genuine critical thought? Or is it just my algorithm reaffirming things and pushing the propaganda forward? So, I mean, that's a little like, okay, Joleen, calm down. Busy Blue says, I asked you to drop the link, but okay. But IDK these white people. I'll drop the link for you, Busy Blue. I'll always drop the link for you. You want to come say a little hi? There you go. There's the link for Mr. Busy Blue. Yes, Evelyn says, telling lies over and over again until people believe it sadly works. Okay, so beginning of this article, Britney Cartwright is moving on. For years, Valley star felt like she had lost her sparkle. It took separating from her husband 5 years to find herself again. Here, she opens up to Glamour about what it took to leave and her hopes for the future. I'm going to bring up my friend Busy Blue, and if we get on a tangent off of this, because he might, like he said, he might not watch these white people, then I'll go back to this. But let me drop this down and bring up the Busy to the Blue friend.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Joleen, you look so good. Why the hell they sending you menopause stuff?
Because I'm in perimenopause.
Perimenopause? What about?
Thank you. That is before the menopause.
I was about to say, no, seriously, I was about to say, what about the Sherelle? If you're in the perimenopause, okay, no.
Not the Cheryl menopause.
Oh God! First of all, I'm gonna say this, and I'm not gonna take it back.
Mm-hmm.
Justice for Tom Sandoval, and I'm gonna say this.
That was really fantastic of Busy Blue to pop up. I hope he has a wonderful day, a wonderful life, and burns in hell. Okay. All right.
No, I don't know what these people talking about, but
I watched The Valley.
I never heard of it, never been there.
Did you never watched Vanderpumprules either, though?
I don't know who rules what.
Okay, but I know you are talking about Roa, and you are talking about a certain interview that just happened on Nene Leaks channel.
Child, did you watch that interview?
I only watched your live about it. I haven't watched the interview yet. But
oh my God, we should do something on our channel. So, because I want to talk to you about that, and then I want to hear why Tom Sandoval did something. Britney got a husband, but she said Tom Sandoval is a liar. Who was he sleeping with? I saw him on the Traders.
What are you talking about, Tom Sandoval? He has nothing to do with Britney and Jax's breakup.
I thought they all knew each other, and I thought they all slept with each other.
My favorite is on your live. I think it was yesterday when you were talking about the Nene, because Nene Leaks, you guys now has her own YouTube channel and she's interviewing people.
Barely.
And Busy, can you give just a brief synopsis of the interview she did? And also, I would love to see your impression of Nene. You're gonna need your envelopes. And this is what Busy and I, this is what we bonded over, was reality TV, and we became friends in these YouTube streets. And then we started parodying things that we saw on YouTube and on reality shows. And Busy is masterful in his. Okay, give us.
Not. First of all, can we just put your things in the chat that y'all do for her? Because I'm so proud of you. You took this and ran with it, and I'm so proud of you. Look at all these people in the chat ready to hear what the hell you got to say about whomever the hell you talk about. And that is impressive and amazing. And I'm so proud of you. You're one of the funniest people that I know.
Oh my gosh.
I can't wait for you to go on another tour. Yeah, put your hand claps in the chat. Thank you, Krista. Put your hand claps. I guess y'all don't have anything over here, But yeah,
we got baby doors. We got
let's
baby door emojis. We have
celebrate
stuff.
Joleen and let her know how great she is and bask in this, because trust me, I know perimenopause is not that easy. So to
Yes,
go
Busy
through,
is currently in perimenopause as well.
oh no, I'm way past it. I'm way past it.
He's postmenopausal. He lost his
Yeah,
period. It's
very
the
much so. To be honest, and I don't know if this is strange, I never had a period.
That is so. You're probably pregnant. You've probably been pregnant
So
your whole life and you don't know
be
it.
pregnant or I'm infertile.
Happens.
But she is amazing, and I want to make sure y'all put it in the chat how great she is. Show her the love, the
Oh
support
my God.
that she needs. Tell her to take off this tacky ass, ugly ass shirt. But outside of that,
Don't come for my tie-dye when you have been wearing the same lumberjack red and black shirt, sleeveless, no less.
look, if you can
for
bully me
3
into not
years.
wearing that shirt anymore,
You're
because
just mad because I
you
hate
haven't
that
seen
shirt.
it. It's giving Nickelodeon.
Thank you.
It's giving Nickelodeon.
Nick.
That's what that shirt is giving.
Mhm.
It's giving. Sometimes I run, sometimes. Okay,
Sometimes I'm scared.
but I wanted to make sure that people, showcase how much they appreciate you and love you in the chat. Because sometimes you get right to business and you don't give the people enough time to say, you know what, Joleen, you ate that.
My chat is so nice to me.
I haven't seen it.
You stop.
I haven't seen it. So
thank you, Evelyn.
put it
Thank
in the
you,
chat how much
Chickenhead.
she ate that. Thank you. Can we get $10 more? Can we get $10 more? Because she's eating. Y'all got it's Friday. It's Fridays. Go dig into your wallets and show Joleen how much you appreciate her. And I want and I'll stop. I'm not talking until I get land. Okay. So first of all, I will say this because I know your audience is not my audience, so they're probably like, "Who's this black guy? Get him off of the channel."
Some are.
Some of them are. Some of them
Yes.
are. So that's why I had to start off by
you.
saying thank you so much, Joleen. We really love you. We appreciate you.
Oh, you are kissing ass.
You do what you got to do. Okay, it got you $15.
So
the Nene Leaks interview was interesting. One, first of all, I don't know if she can read.
Don't do Nene like that. Well, first of all, tell us who she was interviewing.
Nene Leaks was interviewing Latasha Scott from Escape. Now, for those who don't know, Escape was a top-selling two-time platinum selling R&B group. They came out in their baggy. They were different than other R&B groups because they didn't up the femininity. They took on the masculinity aspect of their personality. So they wore baggy clothes, really crisscross, but in a woman's way.
I've never heard a crisscross comparison to Escape.
Yeah, because they wore like crisscross clothes, but
not backwards.
They were all women.
Just baggy. Because Candy Burris looked so cute in like baggy pants and a baggy jacket. And
you thought so?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any photos of you wearing baggy clothes?
Of course I do. I'm a 90s kid. Of course I do.
Oh, the shirt says it all. I want to see it.
Well, you got to pay. You got to drop a super chat if you want to see that.
I'm broke.
Busy Blu.
I'm definitely broke. But she was interviewing. So those who don't know, Nene Leaks is a housewife from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's been fired for a couple of years for calling Andy Cohen a crackhead.
But was she wrong?
Well, is that what y'all do over here?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, so she called Andy Cohen, and so is Joleen. We're calling Andy Cohen a crackhead.
Maybe. Well, we don't know. There's been rumors about the cocaña.
Now,
with,
I've seen
your favorite comedian, other than me, Kathy Griffin.
Yes.
She spoke about Andy offering cocaña.
I only have two favorite comedians,
Joleen and Joleen. Yeah.
So then where does Kathy Griffin fit?
Sorry, Kathy is in the top 3.
Oh my God, I saw her live. So amazing. And so she's been fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta for a long time. We all know that she was also trying to get Wendy Williams' spot. So there were talks about how she would be able to do a talk show And I think as Wendy Williams was going out, they were trying to bring her in. Unfortunately, we got Sherri Shepherd. I don't know how the hell she got there.
I honestly love Sherri Shepherd.
You lie.
I know Sherri Shepherd. Like, I love her.
Can I say something really quickly?
Mm-hmm.
Take yourself away, because you don't agree with this. But you all do not support Sherri Shepherd.
All right. Well, that was so fun. Busy is just, I mean, what a guy. You know, he had a bad connection and he had to leave, which is so rough and so difficult for him. But you can go hear all of his bad takes on his channel.
You know what? So I'm not going to talk. I'm going to do a live during this live just to talk about how y'all should support Sherri Shepherd.
You can talk shit on Sherri over there.
Okay. So... because she cried about Jonathan Majors. Oh, I love you so much. The guy who put his, you didn't. Oh, you love her so much. You didn't see that interview she did with Jonathan Majors?
Well, I don't watch the Sherri.
Oh, yikes!
I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch it really. I see clips here and there, but I don't really watch it. But I know Sherri.
To Jonathan Majors. And we're all rooting for you. And I just really love you so much. The guy who put his hands on that woman? Yeah. Her. The way you support the guy when Jennifer Lopez showed up like this, okay? And she's criticizing Megan Thee Stallion for what she's wearing to award events. We need to be an example for our children.
Who criticized what Megan Thee Stallion's wearing?
Sherri Shepherd.
Well, the thing with Sherri, it goes back to the View days too, is I think she has this, remember when she was on The View? And I did not like Sherri's takes on The View because it was always like deeply based in some like faux Christianity. And like, it's
giving mammy.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that. So I didn't know she was still.
She's still doing it. And she criticized Megan Thee Stallion. First of all, I don't raise your kids.
Yeah.
You raise your kids and don't tell me what I can wear. Girl, how about you take care of that child that you had with that man, that embryo that you're now not taking care of? You sitting here talking about what Megan Thee Stallion can do. Didn't you have a child with that man that you're not taking care of? But I'm gonna leave it alone because that's Joleen's friend. She loves her so much that she doesn't watch the show. Thank you so much. Okay, and that's the
No, so, you can say your opinion. I was unaware that Sherri was
she tells women what they can and cannot wear. I'll send you the clips. She
send me the
talks
clips.
down on women and what they can or cannot wear and how they're supposed to behave and act in public. She had that baby that she and her husband had. She's not taking care of that baby. And
what baby? What are you talking about? What baby?
With her ex-husband.
Sherri Shepherd?
Yes.
I thought she has one son.
Google it.
What?
Google it. And she's not taking care of the baby. I don't even think she's paying child support. I'm not sure.
I'm going to need to see some clips on this. I'm going to need to see some.
Girl, it's an easy Google. Google, why is Sherri Shepherd not taking care of her child? It's the IVF baby. Thank you, Larissa.
You got me Googling this.
She is not taking care of that child.
Someone said her son. This is a lot to read. Wants a judge to rule she has no parental. What? Not to be directly involved in the day-to-day care of her surrogate son, Lamar Sally Jr., despite being legally obligated to support him financially. She has stated that she believes it's best for the child for her to step away from the role of a parent, citing the potential negative impact of two parents not getting along. Okay. She ensures his financial and medical needs are met through financial support, health insurance, life insurance, as well as long-term educational fund. But is this the husband she had when she was on The View?
Yes.
Okay. And so they had a son through surrogate, you're telling me. And then how long were they married and raising the child together?
I don't know.
Google it. It's a quick Google search.
Either way, and because I am a child of a dad who felt like, oh, you do a little bit of child support, we're good. That's what Sherri Shepherd is doing.
Interesting.
Yes, and then she had Jonathan Majors, that man who was did that thing to that woman, his girlfriend. She had him on her show and cried, I want the best for you. Girl, how about you take care of that baby? And stop crying about abusers. Let's do that. And not talking down to women for what they're wearing to an award show. But that's your friend. So I'll let you take care of that.
I'll call her after this and I'll go, Sherry.
You love her so much. She's so amazing. If I was Whitney Williams, I'll say, so Joleen, you know Sherry Shepherd? How's that?
I should say, when I say know her, it's through
how quickly it changes.
It's through some DMs. It's through kind words.
Oh, so now that you know who she is as an individual, you don't know her no more.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, God. Put a 1 in the chat if you support Joleen liking Sherry Shepherd. Put a 2 in the chat if you're like Joleen, stop being her friend. Put a 3 in the chat if you don't care. I want to give that option as well.
Nobody cares.
So, what I will say is, Nene Leaks, she did the interview, and I don't know if she could read.
Okay.
So because she had the questions like this, and I'm gonna ask them in terms of you being friends with Sherry Shepherd.
Okay.
So Joleen, you know Sherry Shepherd. How long have y'all been friends? And when did y'all meet? How you feel about that?
Is that how she asked the question?
Girl, it was a mess. It was almost like she never met Latasha Scott, but she's been friends with Candy. Sorry, co-workers with Candy for so long. We all know Escape, and she acted like she didn't know her. She asked the lady if she was married. The whole controversy about Latasha Scott and Escape is that her husband steals money from them.
Okay, right? And is it true that Latasha and her mom jumped the sister?
Well, now we're going too far, Sherry Shepherd. She didn't jump. They didn't jump her, but they ganged up on her. So say if I'm not sure, I'm gonna ask a question like, say if you had a brother.
I do. It's Sherry Shepherd. It's Sherry Shepherd.
Okay, no, seriously, but say you and your brother got into an argument, and your parents take his side, and then they cuss you out and say you can't come to family events anymore. We disown you. How dare you do this to your brother? But your brother took $30,000 out of your bank account, and we all can see how it happened. But your parents love your brother more. So as you're telling your parents, like, look, like this happened, they're like, yeah, he needed it, and how dare you go against the family?
Oh, yeah, Nana would never do that. But wasn't it that Tiny's mom was the one to actually point out some of the money being taken, like was being more of a mother?
Didn't point it out. So what she did is that Tiny's dad is a part of a group. So they started getting money or royalties through Sound Exchange, which is like a platform where artists who sing the song, because royalties for those who perform it are very low, can get money for them. They get their royalties. Yeah. So she set it all up for all of the girls because she had everybody's social security number. She knows all of their stuff. She set it up for all of the girls. So they started getting checks to their houses, and Candy didn't know, Tiny didn't know, Latasha didn't know, or neither Tamika, because her and her sister lived at the same address at one point. She was getting the checks. So then she was signing the checks as her and cashing them and putting them into her own account.
And was she already married to that problematic husband when she was doing this shit?
Yes. And so she never received the money. And from what she said on the television show, Queens of R&B, Escape, and SWV.
Why didn't they do a season 2 of that? Do you think they will?
No, never. Oh. I don't think that Latasha Scott will ever, and I wouldn't want her to come back to that group. But she needed that money badly. Like they were down bad. They didn't have any solo things.
Does he have a gambling problem or something? What's her husband doing with this money?
Just taking it. I think it was the same thing with them. So remember, the group is Latasha Scott, Tamika Scott, Tiny, and Candy. Candy, we know, beloved, amazing artist, performer, entrepreneur. She has restaurants. Her Othello
Candy is
Broadway
boss.
tour is going amazing. We the Joe Biden went to it. And then you have Tiny, who's married to T.I., and that they got the money.
Yeah.
But then you got Brokey one, Latasha Scott, and then Brokey two, Tamika Scott. So I think Latasha Scott was trying to get whatever she can. Wasn't she going to do a solo gospel album? Let me ask it in Nene, like Nene what? Wasn't you going to do a gospel album? How you feel about that? So yes,
Nene.
she did.
You
do
can't
a
make me
album.
hate Nene, no matter what you do.
She did do a gospel album. Only Joleen and Anna bought it. No one else purchased it. And one of my chats, somebody said it went aluminum. So there was an album. It never came out. I mean, it came out. No one purchased it. And she did this album in order to leave the group. She told the group, y'all go on and do y'all thing because I got my gospel album. Well, it looks like talking about or singing about God did help her because now she's trying to get back with the group.
Oh, no.
And she said she wanted to do a song with Chris Brown. How do you leave doing stuff with the Lord and then say, I really wanted to work with Chris Brown? You sound like Sherry Shepherd crying over Jonathan Majors. Yes, it was.
Not my best friend Sherry Shepherd. Oh my God. Busy. It's a lot because I remember after that show came out, the SWV Escape show, then all these things started coming out about the sisters and their feud and interviews and things like that. And, I honestly didn't know that her husband and, herself then were treating her sister like that, and that the family obviously seems like they have a favorite daughter, not Tamika. And just that guy, her husband gives me the her
husband gives the ick. But what makes me the most frustrated, and I'm here for women. I believe women. I'm down for women. I want
what everyone says right before they're about to shit on a woman.
She's a liar. She's a pathological terrorist liar. Like everything. Oh, hopefully I don't get this demonetized. Y'all give more super chats. She does not tell the truth and actively looks at you and will lie to you. It will be like you'll be sitting in front of her and you'll say, so what is the most prominent color in the background? And she'll be like, well, clearly you can see it. It's green. And it's like clearly behind Joleen is pink. But she'll be like, you know what? It's what? Everybody wants to see their own type of thing. Oh, and sometimes colors don't matter.
That's scam and manipulation.
And it's scary. And it comes out of her mouth so smoothly. And she says it with like out flinching. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about $30,000. No, my husband did not take that money because she did. She does plausible deniability a lot. And I would love to reach out to my sister and I want us to get connected. And then the other thing she does is bring God into it. Oh my God. I know God is frustrated with her. She always says, God is bringing me where he wants me to be. And these people are coming at me. Why did you steal your sister's money? This is crazy. But God is moving me past that.
You're like, why put God in this position? God's like, leave me out of this shit. Okay, if you're going to scam, don't call on me. Don't call on me when you're ready to be sorry. That's when you people are supposed to call on me.
She'll never say I'm sorry. She'll never say I'm sorry. Ever. So talk to me about what these white people doing.
Okay, well, the Valley season 2 is airing, right? The Britney was on Vanderpump. Yeah, there was a season 1. And it is like the offshoot, the people who were once on Vanderpumprules and then friends who were on the peripheral of that, who are now moved to the Valley out of Hollywood, have kids. It's supposed to be like the settle down, grown up, but they're all, not the men mainly.
Wasn't there a show like this when we were younger? Well, I was younger. You were older than me. You're oldest. They're older than my oldest brother.
You are 43 years old. I am 45. That is
Wasn't
2
there a
years
show
older
like
than you.
this when we were younger though?
Are you talking about 30 something?
No, I don't know
That
what
would have
it
been
was
way
called.
before your time.
I mean, the black version was like Baldwin Hills. Didn't y'all have a show like that? A white version of it?
What about married people living in
No,
the suburbs?
guess people living in an area. I think it was more like teens or whatever. I don't know. I guess they were following a peep.
Laguna Beach?
Look, is it Laguna Beach? Maybe it was that.
That spawned off then the hills?
Maybe it was that. Yes.
Okay, so it started in Laguna Beach and then
Okay.
it went off to the hills. So we started at Vanderpump and then we went off to the Valley. Well,
Okay.
Jax Taylor is
What is it
one of
with
the
y'all
guys.
hills and valleys?
We love climbing. And there is a guy named Jax Taylor, and he was a part of this original Vanderpump cast.
Mhm.
And then now he got fired for a little bit.
Whoa,
and
why?
then he's back. Jax and they were fired, I think, for racism. Wasn't Jax's for racism too? Wasn't it?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not following racist daily.
Yeah, well, I mean, Bravo loves a racist and a misogynist. You know, they love
a
to
crackhead, says
platform
Joleen.
these guys and crackheads.
So
And
now they're back. So they're racist
they're
people
back.
who are re-employed, but Nene
course.
can't get her job back.
Thank you. And Kenya is let go. Now I know.
No, I'm sorry. That was diabolical.
Diabolical, yes. However, Jax Taylor is literally, we're seeing through this season that he is abusive to Britney, and we're seeing it play out.
In what ways?
He's
like
still
physically,
employed.
verbally?
Yes,
what is
verbally, physically, throwing things while their children or while their child is home.
They're married?
A cokehead. Yeah, well, they're going through a divorce right now.
Okay.
Very controlling. Like he's doing interviews saying he's changed and he went to rehab.
Why are they in a show together then? Is he living a separate?
Started. Yes, so he's living in a separate location now.
Oh my God, this feels like, you remember I sent you that thing with all of the men who talk about like Bravo shows? I feel like you're the white guy and
I'm like guy. With the
yeah. And I'm like, wait, what's
dry
going
erase
on?
board. It's so much busy. So not only is he physically, verbally, very controlling, very narcissistic ways of, whoever she's like dating now, he's out in the press being like, I'm so much better. And I'm, he tried to get ahead of it, ahead of what we're going to see this season. He tried to get ahead of it. And then he's doing all these interviews saying like that was so long ago. He went to rehab. Really, he left rehab early. Really, he was forced to go to rehab.
How long have they been separated?
It's been probably over a year now. Definitely over a year.
So were they together in the first season?
He was, yes. And he was making her miserable. And he was just projecting all these things onto her, like she's an addict. And really, then we find out, this motherfucker's been doing cocaine for 20 plus years.
This is what we do over here?
Was this your first time on the channel?
This is my first time seeing it. Welcome everybody, Joleen Lunzer from Vanderpumprules. Tell us about that.
So he is just like a real piece of shit, but he's been trying to get ahead of this season. I know you didn't follow Vanderpump, so it's similar to how Tom Sandoval, these problematic, toxic Bravo men in so many ways, they don't want to have any consequences. So I feel like the network helps them get ahead of this. And then all of a sudden, rather than having a season where they are on the outs within the friend group, similar to how Housewives have to do it when they're on the outs, and that happens season after season is one person. For some reason, these toxic Bravo men, they just want to get right back in, and they don't want any consequences, and everyone's got to be nice to him and everyone's going to talk to him. And it ruins these shows because just like in
Is he the focus of the friendship group though? Like, is he one of the, is the white part of the friends, or is he? Well,
they both are.
Okay.
But Jax is what has been, there longer because he was an OG cast member of Vanderpump.
And so she probably wouldn't be on the show if he wasn't there.
No, she wouldn't have been on Vanderpump in the beginning because he brought her in as his girlfriend. Then they were on many seasons of Vanderpump, then got fired for a little bit, and then came back on the Valley.
Got fired?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know. See, yikes. As much as I do not, go for abuse, I mean, racist people, how much am I supposed to give you?
Well, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I can't even explain what Bravo does anymore. With like, I'm
It's
not
like, whose
gonna
side am I going to
even
be on?
try.
And now it's two racists arguing with each other.
It's rough.
No one should be getting hit, or anything
No.
like that. I want to make sure that that's very clear. I don't think that. But then also, like, racist with a racist. I mean, what
Well,
you
you
thought was
don't.
going to happen? The bias
Yeah.
starts there, and then it trickles down to the family.
I mean, it's a mess. Like Bravo even bringing people back after this. I
Yeah.
mean,
How long
but
were
we're
they
here.
together?
We're here now. They've been together for a long time. The two
So
of
was
them.
this happening beforehand, or did it start when he became an addict?
No, I mean, he's been an addict forever. He's been an asshole forever. He's been a manipulator forever. He met her somewhere, like, she's from Kentucky,
I don't know what that
and
means.
she's like 10 years younger than him, and she's from Kentucky, and everyone was Brittany's so sweet, Brittany. And Jax knew that he could manipulate this woman. And anyways, we're here now. We're here
Is
now.
this the main story for this season?
Pretty much.
Whoa. Who else is on the show?
Kristen Doty, who was also on Vanderpump Rules.
Kristen Doty.
Yep, Kristen Doty. Okay. Who also was fired for racism.
What's going on with you?
Sometimes I wonder, how is Bravo still a network?
Wait, what are you about to say about this woman? Go ahead.
No, she was also fired at one point for racism. Now, she did come out and like apologize and, do all the things that we didn't see Jax do. And then there was Stassi too. And I mean, there's no excuse.
Why is this show called Second Chance? Because, okay, so we got two racists who are getting divorced. And then another racist who's now come back. Who else got a second chance?
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Like, I'm just like, oh yeah. Like, I've been so hyper focused in my ADHD on and then I'm just like,
you can't even go.
Well, one of the women, Stassi, she was
oh my God, I've heard about her a lot.
Yes. So she went on the what is it, Tamron show?
Tamron Hall, yeah.
Yeah. And
so she's black.
I think they were giving her when this all came out during
Tamron Hall had a white person on her show?
Yeah, and they were talking about her having a racism coach or something.
Is she hey, sorry. Racist? Let's hold on. you said that. Okay.
I'm pretty sure I remember Tamron Hall had.
We went to Tamron Hall show to talk about having a racism coach.
Yeah, like she needed a coach to teach.
Oh my God, Joleen, let's walk through it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Who am I?
You're the right person, clearly.
Okay, I'm the coach. Stassi in 2020. Okay.
I'm the coach. I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and I want to see how you respond. A or B.
But first, I just want to mention I have a black friend.
Thank you for writing that down. We're at 10 points already.
And well, technically, it's not my friend. It's my mom's friend, who it's someone my mom used to work with. Someone that worked for my mom. Like, I considered her a gardener. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, they liked plants.
They liked plants. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
And how many?
But I was always nice to them, and I never called them any racial slurs.
Oh, that's a point. Okay.
Well, to their face.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Sorry.
Well, and it was just in text. Like, I don't say the words, but only when
see, and that's a plus. You're not, verbalizing it.
Except for when Kendrick Lamar song is on, and then obviously I have to say all the
But only in community with other people. Kitchen table talk.
Yes.
Okay.
With the whites. Mm-hmm.
Clearly appropriate.
Okay, thank you.
I'm just writing down, things that I'm getting from you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You walk down the street, a black person's coming. They have a suit on, but they're about to be walking past you. Mm-hmm. Do you A, grab your bag, or B, just keep walking like everything's natural?
Well, where I live, there wouldn't be a black person walking down the street.
And
not because I don't want to be.
It's an option here, so I'm glad that
my
you
mom's
actually brought that out.
Friend who worked for he was really nice. I just wanted you to know he was really nice. He was a nice person.
Okay.
And
How much?
yeah.
Name 2 Selena songs.
Okay, I know J-Lo. Just Jenny from the Block. Used to have a
Okay.
little, now I
Okay,
have
that's
a
one
lot.
of them.
That's her, right?
Yep.
You know, the
Definitely.
weird thing is I can't tell them apart. I mean,
Makes sense.
okay, no. Can you we're not recording this, are we? Can I go back?
Oh, no, definitely not. We wouldn't do anything like that. This is
Okay.
racism coaching.
Oh, yes. Okay. Thank you.
Remember, we're preparing you to get out of this mess and
I
get
just
back
want
to
you to
work.
know that, like, if you are gonna call me a racist, I'm gonna start crying.
Oh, first of all, good choice.
Okay, thank you.
Good choice. And then also scream, I'm not racist.
I'm not racist.
Yes. And then the last thing you're supposed to do, because normally because of technology, they're ruining this environment, you put your hand up to the phone.
I'm just tired of wokeism. Like, I feel like everyone's so woke and I can't say whatever I want
Everybody's
anymore.
like, it's like who's asleep, you know?
Right?
Everybody.
Like, go to bed. You're too awake. They're just words, right? Like, one time someone called me a dumb blonde and I didn't get all up in my feelings.
If everybody's woke, who's asleep? And this country's going downhill because no one's sleeping.
Right? You have to rest your brain.
Hello, I am a random person of color asking a random question.
Oh, so
No.
You've entered that we're now doing situational aspects here. So we're doing acting now. You didn't know. We want to make sure that we pull it up.
Did you send that brown man into my home?
Brown man. Yep.
Okay. But he's
and do you
attractive.
think he is supposed to be there?
No.
Okay.
Or yes, did I hire him?
It's questionable. Look, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to coach you and get you to the next space in your life. Okay. My job is to make sure that you get back on Bravo.
Yeah, am I passing?
I want to say outside of the... Yeah, you're actually up 200 points.
Really?
I was a little nervous at first about the neighborhood thing, but I was able to give more points because why would you be around them? You know, I think you and I'm gonna write this letter to Bravo, and I think you should be back on the show.
Thank you. I feel like I learned a lot.
You should have.
Yeah.
And because this coaching, and now we're gonna bring Nene Leaks in.
Oh, Nene Leaks is gonna ask me questions. I can't wait. Okay.
Now that you're not racist.
Hey, girl.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, girl.
I can't with y'all. Okay, so they brought back one racist, so 3 racist, one going through a DV situation. Wait, sorry, hold on. 2 racists who are married together. The other girl who's racist, Stassi, who's going through a racism coach.
She did. This is back in 2020. Now, obviously, everyone's healed. All the whites are right now.
5 years later, I don't think you could unlearn that. Okay, so so we got 4 racists. 1 who is a recovering racist.
Yes, they're all recovering.
What do you call that? I don't think the 2 in the divorce are recovering. I think they got their own things that they're dealing with. But when they go outside, they say, "You get away from me. Go back to your country." And then she worries about what happens when she goes home in her divorce. And then the other one, I don't know. Is she recovering as well? The one before Stassi.
Kristen,
she's not recovering.
Yeah, I think some people think she's recovered.
Okay, from her racism. Okay,
I guess. Yeah,
but we're not sure. So wait,
not sure.
Are there Black people in this cast?
There has been one. Has there been? No, there was one.
Sorry, any people of color. You could be racist to any people of color in this cast.
In the Valley, yes.
Okay, who?
There is a lesbian couple.
I said any people of color.
Yes.
What is the lesbian people? What do the lesbian people have to do with that? You could be homophobic, but why don't you name the lesbians? I'm just trying to get down to the bottom of why the lesbians were named. And I asked for
Okay.
people of color. You're like, oh, there's a lesbian.
Well, we just recently got she was on the
April
show
said there's two.
a little
Jasmine.
bit.
Let me
Jasmine
go to the
was on the
chat
show.
because you're not helping me.
No, I'm trying
Jasmine
to explain
and
it to you.
Jason, they are
Well,
lesbian.
Jason is not a lesbian. Jason's married to Janet, but Jasmine is in a relationship and she just got engaged to her fiance. But Jasmine really didn't have a big role in the first season, and I think it might have had something to do with like her girlfriend at the time.
So Jasmine's the lesbian.
Yes, she. I don't think her girlfriend maybe wanted like a big role in the show, but now we've seen her girlfriend and now she's on the show. So I think they're going to get their own storyline because they're getting married. But it seems like Jasmine and her fiance might be a little too healthy for this group. But Jasmine's a black woman and Jason is I don't know if Jason is Jason.
Wait, Jasmine's not with the women anymore. She's with Jason?
No. Jason's married to Janet. But
J-
there are
to
two
Janet.
people of color in the cast, and that is Jason and that is Janet.
So
and that's it.
Who's sorry?
Jasmine's a lesbian. Jason is a straight man
and
married
she's of
to
color,
Janet, who people
married
think
to
is a
Janet.
Karen.
Oh, so it's a white woman that she's married to or engaged to.
Well, Jasmine's fiance might be Latina. I'm not sure. We just got into her like briefly.
Okay. And then Jason is married to or dating who?
He's married to Janet. They just had a baby. But people call
so
Janet.
It's two Janets.
There's one Janet, one Jasmine. Keep up, sir.
Who's Jasmine with?
Jasmine is with her fiance.
What's her name?
Okay, God, let me look it up.
I thought you said her name was Janet.
Don't make me cry. Okay. No, Janet is married to Jason.
Okay, and then Jasmine is engaged to
fiance. Let me look up her name because this is the first. Melissa is her name. Melissa Marie.
Why are people putting Michelle in the chat?
Because Michelle is Mexican. So there's 3 people of color on the show.
Who the hell is Michelle? You didn't even get to Michelle.
I'm just trying to get reacquainted with the cast myself.
So half racist, half people of color.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still, I would not a half. I wouldn't say.
How many people
there's
are
only
the
3
main
people of color?
What are the main? So how many people are here together? Can you put up a cast photo?
Yes, I can actually, because that's going to help me. Because when I did the recap of the first episode of season 2, we had waited so long for season 2 that I forgot everybody's name.
Silly Goose said, not to brag, but the Valley is the United Nations. Oh, God.
Compared to other Bravo shows.
Don't let the government hear that.
Okay. Oh, reload.
Rosemary said Jesse's ex. Who's Jesse's ex? Mr. Human said Piper. No, who's Piper?
Piper. No. Didn't you watch White Lotus?
Oh, yes, I did. Oh, my God. The ending. Oh, I can't.
Oh, my God. Did you like this season of White Lotus? I liked it.
Loved it. I loved it. After episode 3, because the first 3 episodes, it was a snooze fest. I'm sorry. But once that girl had her buck teeth out and she was like, you're not going to come with me. I said, I'm in. I'm in.
No.
Isn't Nia Latina? Who is Nia? Somebody said Jax.
Nia, I think, is Latina too.
Disco. Who's Zach? What's going on with Zach and why is this? Is his hair racist, Lexi? Mallory said Jesse's ex is Michelle. Busy's sorry. She's Joleen's not even bringing up Michelle. Nia is lovely. Thank you, Lexi. Evelyn said Busy needs to see Zach's hair. What's Zach's? What, girl? What are they getting paid? 50 cent an episode? This is the cast?
Not 50 cents an episode. Yes.
All these people live in the Valley. What does it cost to live in the Valley? What's the median income?
Look it up. Google it.
Okay.
You gotta do some Googling too. Me and Busy have a channel together, SipAndKi, and this is how we talk to each other.
Wait, is it called the Valley?
It's called the Valley.
Valley? It's in California?
Yep. The Valley is like outside of LA, is like Studio City, Sherman Oaks, Burbank. That's all considered the Valley.
Okay, so to live in the So it depends on where you are. So for example, the mid Hudson Valley, the median income is $87K.
What's the mid Hudson Valley? Are you looking at the right place?
It says the valley. It can
The Valley of
defer
Los
to
Angeles?
different valleys, each in its own median income. Okay, let me make sure.
North Hollywood is considered the valley. Where's Jackson?
So it says Semi Valley, California.
Simi Valley.
Or Simi Valley is 117.
That's kind of farther out. Not
San Bernardino.
San Bernardino Valley. Yeah. Look up, let's just go with Burbank. Look up Burbank.
Okay. Well, that sounds expensive.
I think most of these people, where is their home? Is their home in Burbank or is it in?
The median income is $48K.
Well, you wouldn't know that by the house prices out there.
$48K is the median income.
In Burbank?
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's the median income. Oh, sorry. That was in 2000. No, it says that the median household income in Burbank is 95. Sorry.
Okay.
They're making 95?
I mean, these people live in homes, some of them, that are like those like your redone home. Like you never watched Jersey when Teresa told Melissa Gorga, congrats on your redone home. But they tear down like the older homes and then they build these McMansions that look like farmhouses. And they're like over, but they're like the house that Jax and Britney lived in together that now I think Britney lives in. So Jax is this creepy guy with the mustache with the yellow shirt and white jacket.
I don't see your mouse.
Oh, sorry. Just look straight to the back.
Okay.
With the white jacket and yellow shirt.
Okay.
That's Jax.
I thought it was Tom Sandoval.
Well, they all look the same.
Okay.
And then all the way over to the right is Britney with the long hair and the fuchsia dress there with the belt.
Okay.
And I think their home is probably like almost.
Oh, they did. So they're together.
They were, but they're going through a divorce because he's abusive.
Okay. Oh, so those are the two racist.
Yes. Now, yeah.
Okay. Well, that's why her spaghetti straps. That's why you look like that with your spaghetti straps. What did Nene say?
And then Kristen right here in the middle, like the guy that looks like Welcome to Plathville. Okay. On the bottom, sitting on the ground. That's Luke. Yep. That's her fiance and the father of her baby. They have a baby due in June.
He seems really nice. What's going on with them?
Well, I don't think he's really nice. I look at him very sus. And
like
he's
what?
younger.
Like what's sus about him?
Kind of mansplainer, little serial killer vibes.
Oh, one of those. I mean, I get serial killer vibes, but I thought you guys go up for that. So
little fragility. And then Kristen was on Vanderpump Rules too, and she's
the one. Who's this one right next to the racist with the belt? She looks gorgeous.
Which one are you talking about? The one sitting down, Michelle. Yeah. That's Michelle.
Okay.
She was married to Jesse, who's next to Welcome to Plathville. Luke, who's sitting on the ground in the yellow shirt, and he is American Psycho. And they're going through a divorce.
So who's married here?
Janet and Jason. Over here. Can you see my mouse?
No, I can see your mouse. Oh my God, he's so cute.
He's the cutest one. However, it might come out this season that he takes off his wedding ring when he's out, and they just had a baby. And then Nia and what's his nuts? He was on. Did you watch iCarly? I think it was iCarly. This guy
I was in college.
Throb on. Yeah, we were too old, but especially you were very old. He was I think he was on iCarly, and he's married to Nia, and Nia's gorgeous. She was like Miss USA or Miss Universe, or I don't know.
Okay.
And then Jasmine is next to her girlfriend, or her fiance isn't. Well, I guess she's not a main cast member. Is next to Legoland. I call him because everyone talks about Zach is the only gay guy on the show.
Hey,
the white shirt and the pink pants. And this doesn't really show you his Legoland hair.
It's a lot.
He's got this very like stiff cut Lego hair, and he is not talking to Janet, who's married because they used to be friends.
Okay.
But they had a falling out, and she's
why did they fall out?
Him, multiple things. But when he was drunk, he made or they said, she was pregnant all last season, and he said, or they were saying something about she could lose the baby with stress or something, and he said, I don't care. Yeah.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, girl,
So
you
they're
better
not.
get back to him because your husband's taking off his wedding ring, girl. Find you your gay, get back to your gay because your husband's taking off his wedding ring.
And then these two, Nia
They
and
look like they sell
I can't
home.
remember his name anymore. Well, they're looking to buy a home and he wants to move way out to like Santa Clarita and she doesn't want to, but they're about to have 4 kids under 4 years old.
He looks like that guy who is in jail now, and I think his wife is going after, or maybe the wife's out. Who's the one who everybody thought was gay, but they were married and now they got fraud, and they used to sell. They used to have a television show, and it was them and all their kids, and they were real southern, but the man seemed gay.
Who?
Oh, I can't remember.
Which channel was this on? They had a show?
I think it was TLC.
Was it 19 Kids and Counting or?
It wasn't 19. Chrissy. What are they?
People are
The
saying Chrissy.
Chrisleys.
Oh, the Chrisleys. Well, that man is gay, isn't he?
No, he's married to his wife and they have those
Oh.
children.
Okay.
Remember, and now something did come out about him, having some sort of relationship with a business partner, but then they said that was a lie. But
are they still in jail?
I think he is in jail, and then his wife goes in after. I don't know.
Oh, she's not in jail yet?
He's reportedly straight.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Chrisleys.
Well, that's what he looks like. He's giving Todd Chrisley.
I think it's the picture, but maybe.
So
maybe.
So they're looking to buy a home together, and she can't keep. She keeps getting pregnant.
Yep, it just happens. She
Does she
keeps
want
getting
to be,
pregnant.
or
and apparently there's room. Yeah, she does.
Okay.
There's rumors that, or we're gonna see this season. I don't know if it's true that he is grabbing women's butts or something, according to Janet. But Janet could be lying.
What in the Michael Darby is this? So he's out here.
Not Michael Darby, but yes, Michael Darby. But that's like literally all the men on the show are trash.
Yeah,
it's a typical Bravo show.
Well,
okay, Busy. Name 2 good men on Bravo. The good guys, not like
Todd.
assholes.
Well, he's not on Bravo anymore, but I would have said Todd.
Well, Mama Joyce wouldn't say Todd.
Well, no, she said that after his mama died, and she threatened to beat her up, and she became really nice to him. Remember? So I would say Todd.
But isn't there rumors that Todd was running around town?
Yeah, says Phaedra. She also said that there was a sex dungeon that she was trying to take Portia into.
And Phaedra came back. Phaedra's comeback was really Traitors. She was so good in Traitors that everyone was like, whatever.
She took time, and she played the long game.
She, at least with Phaedra, there was a time where she had to go away and had to repent.
And she had her other stuff going on, so she didn't need this. It started with her. Did she dance with the stars? Because that's where the girls get their comeback. They dance with the stars, and then after that, she might have. They're on Traitors and everything else. As soon as you dance with the stars,
Danny.
You're it's up from there. Either you're dancing with the stars or you're a masked singer, and then after that, boom, you're back on Bravo, calling other people's whores and they're saying that they're taking people down to sex dungeons.
Oh, those were the days. Okay,
so problematic.
Yes.
Like, what's Bravo's tagline?
I don't know.
Do they have one? I thought they did.
Once upon a time. What is it?
Put it in the comments. What is Bravo's tagline? I thought they did.
I don't remember.
Let me see.
Okay, so Todd isn't on the channel.
Where racists live and thrive. Where problematic people live.
Yeah, where we let racists back on. We let problematic people back on. Like Kenya will be back, right? Like
You think so?
What did she do exactly? I'm not even caught up on Roa.
So basically what she did was showcase. There was a young lady. She's still there. There's a young lady on the show. Her name is Britney. She talks like this.
And she was like, I'm going to get my gun or something. I saw little clips of her because I watched
She basically said, don't be playing with me. How dare you play with me?
And this is all
was doing her. Go ahead.
This is all stemming from when they met in the premiere at the party, and Kenya said something about her marriage or her ring or
He
something
basically
like
was
in
like, "Oh,
passing.
is this your ring? Are you married? Where's your band?" And she was like, "Oh no, sweetie, this is my band. This is the second ring." She said, "Oh, from the second marriage?" She's like, "No, it's an anniversary ring from the first marriage." And she's like, "Oh, okay." But you know how Kenya does?
Yeah.
So I think that Britt got irritated from then. Now, did she take it too far? 100%. Like, girl, get it together. If Kenya really wanted to get at you, she would have. Well, she did. So then Britt kept feeling frustrated, and then other people, they had everybody ask questions in a fishbowl, and they were taking them out. And somebody said, "Can you speak to Britt nicely? Kenya, can you speak to Britt nicely?" And Kenya did I speak to everyone nicely. And Britt said, yeah, but this question is about me. Can you speak to me nicely? I don't think I've been disrespectful to anyone. And then she was like, yeah, but this is about me. And she was like, oh my God, you want to have a moment? You're a peasant. The peasant can't talk to the queen. And then from there, Brittany was like, peasant? You don't call me no peasant. So she got upset. She started mentoring firearms and stuff like that. And everybody, who watches this show was like, oh my God, you guys were taking it too far. All she said was peasant. Do y'all see how China's reacting to us, calling them peasants? Like, people get upset about stuff like that. Can we just, let's just be clear, okay? And if you haven't seen, Google how China feels about being called peasants. So they're like, you just called her a peasant. Get over it. It's not that serious. It's not that big of a deal. So then after that, Kenya Moore at her own salon opening. So stupid.
Kenya Moore Hair Care.
Kenya Moore Hair Spa.
Oh, it should just be Kenya Moore Hair Care. But okay, yeah, I remember she was.
Oh my God! House of Aaron called. It said the number wasn't working. Let's call.
Call it right now.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, but get to the part where
but she showed video. She showed pictures, a collage of pictures of the girl and her nose job being done. Which she says she has several different faces. This is ridiculous. And then the next one is that she was in a music video, and she called her a video hoe. But it's like, Kenya, you also were, you were also in music videos and being in a video. Okay, but she said I was a video vixen. It's not that. And then she showed the last picture was of Britt Edie giving fellatio.
To who? But was it like a private video? How did she get a hold of the video of her?
Things she had in her mouth, but it was just her.
But where did she get this from? Like OnlyFans or?
So the rumor is, because Kenya kept saying, it's a quick Google search. You can't Google search this. So it was sent to her by someone who was trying to get on the cast.
Oh, but how is it even out there? A private video of her.
So, because she used
did the guy leak it
when she was used to do things when she was younger and for money or whatever, and then she scrubbed the internet.
But did the guy leak it?
So people are saying that Ming Lee, who was trying to get on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but now she's on Basketball Wives or whatever, is the one who sent it to Kenya because they used to do stuff together in Dubai, or at the Diddy parties.
Who? Ming Lee and who?
And Britt Edie.
Oh, and Britt Edie. Okay.
So she has stuff in her phone from her doing that stuff.
Oh my.
So then people are saying that she's the one who sent it to Kenya, and that's why Kenya is fired, because Kenya was trying to say, oh, it was just something on the internet, but nobody's been able to find anything like that on the internet.
So she's not outing who sent it to her. She's saying like
she's not. She's saying that it wasn't. And then because nobody can find
it. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, because we can't find it. This is not a quick Google search.
Can Kenya be? I mean, that's like revenge porn type stuff? Can she take her?
First of all, not only that, and I'm sorry. Say you were like, oh, Nana, they asked me to go to a filming of Real Housewives of Atlanta at the spa. You want to come? Let's see how beautiful the spa is. And then here Nana is like, wow, this is beautiful. And then Kenya pulls out a ding-a-ling and puts it in her face. Who is this girl? Y'all see her doing this? That's a
Nana is so supportive though. She'd be like, Joleen, you did that really well. I'm so proud of you.
No, but say both of you were there, and she's thinking, "Oh my God, I want to have some of the shampoo," and she turns around and there's a dingling in her face.
Nana would love a dingling.
She'll be like, "Well, so what?" My mother would be like, "I thought I came to get a shampoo and rinse. Why is there a dingling in my face right now?" And she's showing it to everybody in the salon.
So
That's
is it?
I
Was it
did
a
not
still?
consent to see people
Yeah.
giving fellatio.
Was it a still picture or was it a video?
It was a still picture from a video.
Mm.
I'm sorry. If I started sending you nudes of someone doing stuff, you would be like, "This
Yuck.
is disgusting."
This is disgusting. You should
And
be
I think
sending
Nana
other
would
people's
also feel
nudes.
the same way. So
She
go
would.
into
She
a
would.
salon
She
and
would. I
someone's
joke,
like,
but
"Look at her."
no, I don't want to see people's private nudes or stills from their sex videos. No, thank you.
So outside of it being revenge P, it's assault to the people who were there. Girl, I thought we was talking about weave. Like, why am I and all of the cast left?
3 poster boards?
She had 3.
Why couldn't she just show the nose job stuff?
Because she wanted to really tear her down.
Oh my God. What's going to happen with Roa at this point? So Kenya's gone, but do they have her on pause, or is she like straight up fired? Because it seems like she's kind of burning it. Isn't she going to do an interview with, did she do an interview with?
She has a channel, right? So she's about to tonight. She's going to unlock her channel and there's a video coming out. It's confessionals in her words, because she doesn't even get confessionals. What I think is happening to her is what happened to Nene. And because Kenya, like Nene's ego is so big, I don't think they'll bring her back. Now, she's not calling Andy Cohen a cokehead, but he did do a video. I mean, not a video. He did a podcast episode where he explained why Britney was still there and why Kenya was gone. And it was because Britney said all that stuff, but then, like in Real Housewife fashion, she was like, "I should not have said that. It was in the moment. I can't believe I did that. So disgusting with myself." She brought a card and flowers to Kenya's opening and said, "I'm so sorry. I want to talk to you about this. I did not mean to do that."
Oh, Brit did, and she still played.
Kenya ignored her, and then she ignored her and then said, "Everybody, listen up. Attention, attention." And Britt Edie said, "I don't want to stay here because clearly she's not going to take my apology, so I'm just going to leave." So she walked out, but I think Kenya wanted her to be in the room while she did it. But because Kenya paid her dust, and when she was trying to apologize to her, Brittany's like, "Look, I'm not going to sit here and be ridiculed like this, or sorry, have her ignore me like this." She didn't know what was going to happen. So I'm just going to go outside. Like, I don't want to be a part of this. She's ignoring me. I don't want that. Kenya started off with, "This bee brought me fake flowers. Take these flowers out. Throw these flowers." She said, "Give them to a homeless man." And Britt Edie's friend who was in the room, Kelly, she was like, "Can I at least get, well, what the flowers do to you? Can I at least get the card?" And Kenya told her to shut up and stay out of it. And then she started pulling out the poster boards. So she put out the first one, and that was just the nose jobs and everything. Then she put out the second one with her being in a music video, probably doing something that, music video girls used to do in the 90s. So Kelly was like, "I'm not going to let her talk about my friend like this. I'm going to leave."
And now Kelly is the one who's going through a divorce, and she has
my face.
And she's like a business mogul. What did she make? Syrup or
waffles? She has
waffles.
a restaurant and she makes waffles.
Good
I love her so much. She's just authentically herself.
And she has that problematic ex-husband. Was he abusive?
Oh my God, financially and physically.
Oh,
I read their
just
court
like
documents.
Jax.
It was crazy. They go back and forth financially abusing each other. I never saw anything like this, and maybe it's outside of my tax bracket. He closed one of the businesses down. Then she took one of the businesses. Then they were liquidating the funds. And they were financially abusing each other. And it was the first time I ever read anything like that. It's crazy. So she leaves.
Crazy.
And then the last poster board comes out, and Shamia, Portia's friend, was like, "Nah, this is too low." And can you tell her, "Shut up"? She threatened me with a pew pew. Don't tell me what to do. Portia was like, "Get this stuff off of me. I can't watch this." Cynthia said, "Nobody wants to see this girl, doing all of this stuff." Everyone left. And Andy Cohen said that we had to let her go because, one, we did an investigation. Britt Edie also was sorry. Like, people say stuff and then they apologize. Kenya ignored her and then showed those explicit photos, she has to go. And Kenya responded to that thing saying, y'all are dumb. You need to get a lawyer. So she's doing like what Nene did.
Oh my God. And now, speaking of Shamia and Portia, so Shamia's finally a full-time housewife. I saw just in the first episode. I mean, the house, the
It
elevator
doesn't even
stuff.
have an address. It's just called Sterling Hall. That's like how well she's living.
What part of Atlanta is she living in?
So I live in DC.
But I thought maybe they like say on the show.
No, she lives at Sterling Hall. Put Sterling Hall into your GPS. That's what Cynthia Bailey said. Cynthia Bailey said you don't even have to put in an address. You just got to put in Sterling Hall.
Oh my gosh.
And that's where she lives.
Why are her and Portia on the outs now?
So Portia's doing this thing where she thought she was going to come back and be the center of attention, but because her husband, who's currently detained by ICE, is divorcing her and they're going through this, she couldn't film in the house. She couldn't do all of these things. So her life isn't as glamorous. She's probably living out of a Motel 8 where they keep the lights on for you. So it's kind of hard for her this season. So Shamia is thriving and really bringing the girls together, and Portia's doing her thing where I'm not talking to you. I don't know much about that. But now Shamia is getting more shine, and Portia has always kind of been jealous of Shamia. Remember when Portia, Sheree, and Phaedra were sitting down, and she was like, "She's doing both of them." She didn't. She's never had Shamia's back, and now we're starting to get a glimpse of how bad of a friend Portia is to Shamia.
Oh, that breaks my. Well, I mean, I'm not surprised, unfortunately, but that's too bad because I thought we were going to go into the season with like Shamia, Portia strong, but you're saying there might be a little competitive nature on.
You're like Candace Dillard Bassett is coming back to Rehoboth.
Yes, I sent that to you. Candace allegedly is coming back to Potomac. Are you happy about that? I know she's your fave.
I am. We need somebody to hold down the fort until Karen gets out of jail. So I'm excited.
You want Karen back? That's too many DUIs, Busy. That is this lady is a whole problem. 4?
Yeah, but get her a driver. She used to have a driver, but then y'all bullied her because blue eyes, so that she stopped having a driver.
Remember when you and I covered Potomac back in the day, and I loved Karen and you loved Candace? And now I'm like, go away, Karen. And now you want Karen back. And I honestly didn't think at the time when we were first covering Potomac that Karen had a drinking problem because we really didn't see her intoxicated. But then through the years,
Sharice kept saying it.
I know, but I didn't believe anything Sharice said.
Sharice kept saying she's a drunk who goes out to the same bar. Giselle kept saying it. She's a drunk that goes on it. Robin kept saying you drunk down people and you tell all your business. She had all those fireballs down to Monique's ranch house.
Yes.
And then in the morning when somebody asked her about it, get out of here. You need to make niggas to all millions. Girl, get your drunk ass away from us.
I feel like that was something that she was trying to hide for a while.
And now Thomas Jefferson's concubine is right in jail.
Did you watch the whole arrest?
Several times. My favorite part is when that man said, when he said, look, but you still have to stay here because we still have more questions. And she said, what you're not going to do is tell me what I am going to do. He said, come on, lady. Come on, lady. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
How many times she told us I was Karen Huger?
I'm Karen Huger. They call me the ground. I don't know what that is about. Andy Crowley calls that to me. You're going to be so embarrassed once you get home. Google me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Karen.
You were reading something about that Brit girl. I really stopped you in the middle of it.
No, that's okay. Because have it, with you up here and you don't know about it, it'll be too boring. Too boring. Do you watch Beverly Hills?
No, but I know Garcelle walked off. That's a bad B right there walking. Sorry. I don't know who the people are, but I guess somebody said it was something. I don't know who she was arguing with, some lady who needs a water pill, but she was saying, do you think that I deserve that? And the lady, I don't know who they said her name was Sutton, I guess. And she was like, well, you don't live like the Queen of Sheba. You live on the main road. I said,
Dorit said that about Sutton.
Eat, mama, eat. That read was the best read. I'm gonna start telling people that. Girl, you live on the main road. You live on the main road. Your kids couldn't play soccer in the front if they wanted to. You live on the main road on a busy bus route. Is the bus still running? Girl, you live on the main road. That read was for the gods. I got so excited about that read, and I don't even watch the show. I said, because the clip came up, and I was like, oh, she ate that. Oh, she ate that.
You live on a,
you don't live like the Queen of Sheba. You live on the main road.
I guess it's the main road in Bel Air or something.
Yeah, but if a main road is a main road, is the bus coming through? Is the bus coming? Is there a traffic light? Is there a traffic light on your street? Girl, can your kids go outside and play basketball? Can your children run safely in the front across the street to the neighbors? You live on the main road. There's 4 lanes. Girl,
which is,
you have yellow lines in
especially since Sutton told Dorit, they're like, do you think you're bigger than her? Erica said, do you think you're bigger than her? And Sutton said, my wallet is.
You got yellow lines on your street. Why do you have yellow lines in your street? You got double yellow lines in your street. Because there's a light at the end. Girl, you live on the main road. Oh my God, is this the number 3? Is this the number 2 bus running? The bus ride. You can catch the bus 2 blocks over from her street. Just get up, walk out of the walkway, and just keep going straight up. Okay. Oh my God, you live on the main road.
It doesn't eat as well when you realize and watch the show, and Dorit, who said its house is in pre-foreclosure, and her and her husband have been owing money all over the place.
But at least I live in the cul-de-sac, girl. You live on a busy street. You live on a busy street. If you're trying to come out of your driveway, you better make sure that the red light is on, because you're not sure. You're not sure if you can back up out of your driveway safely because it's a green light. Girl, you live on a busy route. You live on a You're not living like the Queen of Sheba. You live on the main. I'm sorry.
Lucy says this is back road supremacy.
But Lucy, you can't say that she ate with that read. Girl, you live on the main road. Your kids can't play basketball in the front. You can't put a basketball hoop in the front because you got a bus.
It's like a fun
construction business. Construction.
No, it's a fun read when you don't know the whole story, because once you realize that Dorit and PK have fake money and Sutton has real, it's in Bel Air, but yeah.
He was like, a $3 million house. Yes, girl, if there's a light on the street, girl, it doesn't matter. Girl, if there is a light or there's a traffic light on the street, it doesn't matter if it's $3 million or $2 million. You better hope your child doesn't kick a soccer ball into the street, okay, girl? Because they could be hit by someone, because you got
a soccer ball.
You got two-way traffic. You don't look like the Queen of Sheba. You live on a busy road. You live on the main road. I'm
Steven
sorry.
Says, how do you spell
main
road?
P-O-O-R. She
She
ate that. Ugh.
Oh my goodness.
Look, see, tearing it up. She said it's hilarious regardless. It is. You live on the main road, girl. You live on the main road.
It's funny because Sutton was really putting out her money. It was gross. She was like, my wallet is, and you're like, okay, cool.
Oh, police. You're my wallet is. You have to wait for the bus to go past before you go back out of your driveway, girl. And you better make sure nobody's coming from the other side because you live on the main road. God.
Back road supremacy. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Alex says it felt rehearsed, but it was good for Dorit.
She ate that. I'm sorry, Alex. Rehearsed or smirched. She ate that up. She ate that lady up with who needs a water pill. Whatever that lady was who was sitting next to Garcelle.
Busy would probably, if you watched, well, I don't know if you would like Dorit. Dorit would like you. But have you ever watched a full season of Beverly Hills?
Full. I never watched any season of it. I saw that read come up and down my timeline, and I was like, she ate that. I've never watched one episode of it, but she ate that read. And I don't even need to know if the girl's broke or poor or where she could have millions of dollars.
You don't need context.
She
You're
lives
just like,
on the
that
main.
was
I know
good.
she lives on the main road. I know she lives on the main road for sure.
Oh, Yvonne says it's rich people problems. Yep. Hamburger Patty says not to out myself as someone who lives on a main road, but it's all true.
You gotta back up with caution. You gotta proceed with caution when you backing up out of here, girl. Okay. Don't hit the mailbox. Okay.
Oh my god.
You better make sure that your children aren't playing football in the front. Okay. Can somebody go get the ball out of here? Let's wait till the red light comes. Good. You got construction trucks coming back.
You got to hit the walk sign. Walk sign is on. Walk sign is on. Oh.
You live on the main road. I'm sorry, and I'm broke, but to be honest, that read is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you live
on the
I
busy
like
road.
got bored with this season of Beverly Hills. I'm like bored with a lot of the shows.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think this season of the shows that I like is out, except for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because now we go into competition shows, and that's what I really fall in love with.
Big Brother.
I love Big Brother. Survivor has been so good this season.
Really?
Amazing Race has been amazing this season.
Wait, is this the Amazing? No, it's not the Amazing Race season yet, where they're having all Big Brother people.
Allegedly. No, it's not.
We know they said it, didn't they?
Who is they and who is we know?
CBS and oh yeah, they have it like Gamer Vev, like the spoiler accounts.
Oh,
that
okay,
know.
so we think that they may.
Apparently, Angela and her daughter were the first out.
Wow, you have some I didn't know.
You know, because you're friends with these people. So just tell them.
No idea what's going on.
Oh my goodness.
So
What?
maybe they're having it.
Oh,
maybe they are.
Okay, I have to talk about something real quick regarding the Big Brother world. Okay.
Okay.
So it's rumored, just say yes or no, that Taylor and what's his face are on it together. What's his name again?
I don't know.
Your friend. You went to a concert together. You guys hang out. What's his name?
His name is Kyland.
That Taylor and Kyland are paired up on this season of The Amazing Race. Did you hear that?
I didn't know that they were having one.
Now, some people, I talked about it over here, some people were surprised that they would be paired up.
Really? Me as well.
But the streets have been talking for a while that they paired up outside of the game.
Whoa. Okay.
I know you don't know anything about this.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
But some people were very surprised and were like, no way, Taylor would not hook up with Kyland. But that's what people say.
That actually is a shocker. Yeah, I've hung out with Kyland tons of times. We text, we talk. I don't talk to him as much as I talk to the other one. Like I talk to Big D all the time.
Not Big D.
I do. I talk to Tiffany all the time.
Now, you think that's what I wanted? I wanted to drop the link for you when I was talking about this months ago when Big D was making the circuit of talking about how no one's including him on these game shows, and I'm so
y'all bully him and y'all fat phobic.
No, we're not fat phobic, Busy.
Oh, so then name the big person on these competition shows that he can't get on.
Okay, what?
Name them.
Well, here's the thing. I'm just talking about him specifically. What did he do during his time on Big Brother?
You just tell me about all these racists who could still stay on Bravo?
Yes.
The man did a couple of things on one television show.
No. I'm not talking about what he did wrong. I'm saying, what did he do that was so entertaining? Just like the other people who were in the Cookout with him, who were able to go on to find other shows. What did Big D, I guess, like, where was I just didn't find Big D to be that entertaining.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or likable compared to like
give them a chance. No shade to, she's a friend of mine as well. Isn't Azza on the challenge?
But Azza's great.
Yeah, but what did she do on Big Brother where you were like, gotta have her?
She queened out. Like, honestly, I loved Azza. I love Azza. I love that she
Name your favorite thing about her from Big Brother.
I can't remember my favorite thing about most people from Big Brother. I just remember the way they
You,
made me
so you
feel when I
remember that
watched
Big
them.
D was not
I
memorable,
remember
but you
that he
can't
was not
remember the things
memorable.
that you loved about the people that you.
Yeah, I remember that he was
Girl,
not
have a
memorable.
seat. Have a
But
seat.
I do, but I remember that he was not memorable to me
Okay.
and not entertaining. And I feel like a lot of people might have felt that way. And I
Okay.
know he went on that redemption tour,
Did
you
he?
know. Well, I mean, I think his fellow like Cookout cast members and friends have also
Mhm.
been trying to, push him forward and
I
help
support
him.
him in what he's doing. I truly do. I think that he gets a bad rep for what was happening on the television show. But if Johnny Bananas can come out here and be the person that he is, and people still allow him to do his thing, like there's a lot of problematic people on these shows. It seems
I'm
like they
then not
feed
even
off of it.
arguing. What if I don't even argue that he's problematic? What if I just argue that he's not that entertaining and he
Maybe
doesn't
we got
bring
to give
much
him a
to a
chance to
show?
be entertaining.
But didn't he
Big
already
Brother is really different than the shows that he's trying to get
but
on.
didn't he already get the biggest chance on Big Brother?
We have people from the Bachelorette who I've never heard of in my life. We had a girl on Traders with a bow in her hair. What was her name? I'd never met her in my life.
Who's she?
And people were like, I didn't remember
Was
her.
Gabby? But she was so memorable.
Who? I'm not talking
Gabby.
about Gabby. Gabby was
Oh.
memorable. What was
I
the
was like, you
black
can't
girl's
compare
name? What show was she on?
Who?
The black girl name. The
You
black
talking about
girl.
Sierra from Summer House?
Never watched it.
Oh, she's memorable though, and she's been on many seasons of Summer House.
I don't remember her, never heard of her. Either way, we're letting people come in these shows who are getting their second chances. Let him get his second chance, and maybe there's something entertaining. Maybe
Well-
watching him 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for 3 months isn't interesting. But what
Yes.
about if we put him in a competition that lasts 3 weeks? Maybe there's a different him that we'll see. I don't like the fact that we're not giving chances to people. Here are two things that I don't like, and I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen to me closely.
Real quick,
One,
Lexi
I don't
says,
like that
who
they're
is
not
Big
giving him
D? Hold on, real quick. Lexi says, who is Big D? Big D was on.
I don't know. I think that's
Brother.
a joke.
No, Lexi might not know. On Big Brother, season 23, the historic Cookout Alliance, where we got our first black winner of Big Brother that took way too long. And we know, Big Brother has been problematic with its, representation and the all-white alliances and all that, if you watch us for that. But that's who Big D is. He was in the Cookout Alliance.
Mhm.
He wanted to take a lot of credit for the Cookout Alliance. The way he spoke to women, people didn't love. People called him Big Furniture because he just kind of hung out. And he was just one of those guys. And we've seen these guys time and time again. There was despite being a gay man, he had, some internalized misogyny, which that can happen, or not internalized because he's a man, but he had some misogyny, I should say. And it wasn't that enjoyable for me to watch. Then after the show, he had ample opportunity to show us that he wasn't that person, and he went a different direction.
Navigated the best way he could.
And the women really had his back, the women in the Cookout. And even though he didn't have the greatest things to say about them while on the show, and then so they really, again, the women took the hit for him and tried to save him from himself. And now he's still crying about being on TV, but he's your friend, and I should let you answer this question. But it feels like there's an entitlement. He got a huge opportunity to be on CBS's Big Brother, and now he feels like he's supposed to get these other opportunities. Not everyone who's on Big Brother gets more opportunities. Some people we never see again.
And that's not true. He doesn't feel like he's supposed to get those opportunities. I think he's feeling cut out of them. He wants them, and for some reason, to me, I think it's a little bit of fat phobia. They won't bring him on. So that's what I was asking then, who are the other big people that they bring onto these shows? And he's working out, he's trying his best, he stayed out of drama, and still he can't get on. And if CBS is the best thing that you could do to get on The Amazing Race and all of these other things, why can't he get on? And I think that it's problematic of how he's being treated. And I think some of the most boring and problematic people have still been able to get platform from some of these shows.
From Big Brother?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Cody.
Isn't that man going around still on all of these challenges and stuff?
Well, there's two Codys actually, but Cody, who's married to Cody Nixon.
We're not talking about the one who's married to Jessica.
Oh, you're talking about Daddy Derek's protege, Cody.
Problematic.
Yeah, I don't enjoy him either.
Him and his podcast.
Yeah,
But the people are platforming him. I'm just saying, give these people a chance, and I think fat phobia is one of the reasons. And then also, these immigrants are taking our jobs. Why do the celebrities start? Why are all of the shows starting to just do celebrity versions and no more regular human beings can be a part of it?
Like which ones?
Don't like. Oh, name a show that we are still getting regular people on. You know what I loved about the first Traitors is that they had half regular people and then half celebrities. And I was thinking to myself, oh my God, because I would be really good at this show. I can't wait to be on it. I will never get a chance to be on it. You want to know what?
It was horrible. Suri was obviously like amazing, but it was horrible to watch these people get led to the slaughter and then cry about it for months later. Like, it was not fun to watch.
So then let's have some without all of them. You don't think that it's unfair that now they're just doing a Celebrity Survivor? We're doing Celebrity Big Brother. We got celebrity, all celebrities. I want to be on Traitors. So you don't want to be on Traitors?
Not really.
Well, I do. I think I would make an amazing traitor. I think I would do a really good job on being.
I think you would too. And I think they should have just like other countries do, they should have a traitors that's just regular people, and then they should have their celebrity traitors.
And they're not doing it.
No, they're not doing it.
And
but I don't
think it should. I'm a villain. I could definitely be nasty, girl. Let me show you.
I don't think we should ever have a season of traitors where it's half celebrities and half real people, because I thought that was they were so bad.
I like it because I want to see how they're able to manipulate and get the people together. It was like when we had the coaches for Big Brother.
They couldn't though.
Yeah, but we only had one season. I
don't know. It would I don't need to see Suri anymore. I need to see her more, but I don't need to see her playing with people that are just.
You heard it here first. Below. She does not want to see Suri anymore. Get her off of our television screens. Suri, if you come back on TV, it'll be too soon for Joleen.
No, I love Suri. I'm saying it was these people were just led. I mean, she's so good. She's like the best to ever do it. And to just watch these people be like, okay, no, they need to, no. It was too.
I'm sorry. These people are taking our jobs. At some point, give us something. Like, I feel like it's getting so difficult. And now they're playing our game shows. They got Celebrity Jeopardy. Like, regular people just can't even get on Jeopardy anymore. It's just, can regular people who just want to get $100,000 on Wheel of Fortune get something? I'm sorry.
Not just really people on Wheel of Fortune. No, I do see what you're saying, in that just seeing regular people on these competition shows, because that's kind of what's great about Big Brother, even though it kind of got overrun by influencers. But when they really just put,
just regular people, this is what Survivor has, right?
Yeah. But I still love celebrities on these shows. Like, I love Celebrity Big Brother. I wish we had Celebrity Big Brother every year. I almost like it better than regular Big Brother. It's so interesting. The live feeds are so interesting, because then you're also getting these. I know it's harder to get celebrities to do it with the live feeds, because look at what happened to what's his face, your friend. What is his name? The singer.
He's not my friend, but you're talking about Tadra Call.
Yeah. Didn't you go to his house? No. If my friend is Sherry Shepherd and she's problematic, your friend's a
my friend. Yes, I am friends with Tadra Call. You will go on with the story.
But I mean, that's what was interesting, is like seeing these people and these celebrities like on the live feeds and share. Remember when Dina Lohan was on the live feeds, and remember when Candy and Tamar.
I think those were great as well, but now I feel like they're taking over all of the shows. Slowly, we're gonna just get reality celebrity versions of these shows. And because people like you, I want to see them behind it. I watched them on Vanderpumprules be racist. Now I want to see them on a challenge. And I wanted it to get back to, do they even have regular people on the challenge anymore? It must be exhausting to be Johnny Bananas, because how do you even have that anymore? Like, they took everything from regular, schmegular, degular people. Johnny Bananas wouldn't be Johnny Bananas if we didn't just get him on the first one season.
Well, we pulled all those.
Be it again.
Well, we pulled all those people from the real world, and now they don't make the real world anymore. So it became real world and Road Rules is the original
Yeah, I
challenge. So it
remember
was
that.
Road Rules Challenge, and then they stopped Road Rules, and then they stopped Real World. So then it just became those people, and then they started plucking people in from Big Brother, and that's when I was like, I'm out, because I feel like the Josh and the Fessies, they just ruined it for me. I didn't like it anymore once they joined the challenge, and I was a huge challenge fan. Remember, me and Miranda covered the challenge, like we loved
Mhm.
it, but then I feel like the Big Brother people took over, and then they added some survive, and it just
I'm
I didn't
so
like it anymore.
shocked that you don't like it. You love when the celebrities do stuff. I am over it. I think that they're taking our jobs, and now I can't even go on The Price is Right anymore. Okay, because it's Tamar sitting next to me, and magically her number shows up, and she's going on the stage, and she's saying, "Now, washer and dryer is $250," because she's taking money from me.
Oh well, I'll concede a little there where I do feel like, yeah, we still need to have our shows where it's just new. We're introduced to
We'll
new
never get on the
people.
show. We will never
Because,
get on the show.
well, if Survivor didn't introduce us to new people, we would have never met Carolyn.
Yeah, I love Survivor because Survivor is sticking to what it does. They said F y'all and it works. We meet new people all the time. And they're endearing new people with stories, passion, backgrounds. We see them change throughout this time.
And so many of those people we never see again.
Some of those people you never see again, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to be seen, they will be seen. Some people do want to be seen, and we do see them.
Mm-hmm.
That reminds me, I need to call let me not say that online, but I'm going to Vegas, so I need to call him.
Who? Just say it. Who cares? No one's gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
so someone from Survivor who lives in Vegas.
No, he was in Big Brother.
Who lives in Vegas? Are you talking about what's his nuts from James Ryan?
Sure, maybe.
No, you wouldn't talk to him.
He could get me into everywhere I want to get into. I know
like
he's
Valley. He gets in the Mega Rally.
I know it's politics, but I'll be able to get into wherever.
You guys put it in the chat. What guy from Big Brother lives in Vegas that Busy would be going to hang out?
I thought we just cleared that. It's him. I just got
no way. You wouldn't hang out with James Ryan.
Okay.
Is him?
Yes. Only to get into the clubs.
Who goes to the Vegas clubs? You are 45 years old, sir.
And you're older than my oldest brother. So that makes
I am your oldest brother. Is it Daniel Tiger? Right along. It better not be Daniel Tiger. Like, isn't he in Vegas?
It's James. I know. We already went through this. It's James. Anyway, what was I saying before I talked about having to call him?
Oh, Survivor.
Yeah, they're just doing it right, and these celebrities are taking our jobs. I hate it. I don't want it, and it's getting frustrating to me. And y'all fat phobic for not letting Big D be on the show. And then also, I think that I'm gonna go to the Portsmouth, Virginia, casting call.
What's that?
For Big Brother.
Oh, you should.
I think I'm gonna.
You should. You definitely should. Okay, but with the Big D situation, what show did he try to get on that he was denied from?
Oh, that is not my business to tell.
Okay.
There's articles about it.
Does he have representation trying to get him on these things?
That is not my business to tell.
Oh, well, what business can you tell?
That y'all fat phobic.
No one's fat phobic over here. And I have a fupa. I cannot be fat phobic. I have a fupa.
And that's actually
I have 3 chins and a fupa and a fupa and a fuba.
And that's what shocked me about you.
Oh my gosh. It's my internalized hate for myself. That's why I don't find Big D entertaining.
Y'all heard it here first, folks.
So
and she has internalized fat phobia, and she said Cherie better not come back on TV. Who's keeping notes?
So we have. So do you know if your friend's gonna be doing any more interviews, begging to be on reality shows? Or is he done now?
I almost clicked the leave studio. No one is begging to be on anything. I think that
is Tiffany gonna be on Traders?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you still talk to Tiffany?
I literally said that I talked to Tiffany when I talked about the people I talked to.
Okay. I hope they put her on. I think Tiffany would be so good at Traders.
I think it would be interesting for her.
I wonder who the next Big Brother people will be. I think they're going to have Taylor because she's just released from her CBS contract.
The one you said was sleeping with Kylan.
Well, that was the rumor that they were hooking up, because there was a rumor that Tiffany was hooking up with Monty. And then there was a little bit of maybe something that between Taylor and Tiffany. And I was just like, this is a lot. The internet was just going off, and I just left the conversation. And then when I saw that Taylor and Kylan were going to be, I was like, oh, so the rumor must be like out there for everyone. I don't know. I mean, anyone can sleep with whoever they want to. But when we talked about it over here, Busy must be having technical issues. People were shocked, but I was like, yeah, that was like the rumor for a while, that Taylor and Kylan might have been, friendly people.
So I never heard that. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. It's not like you're friends with all the people and were there when things were going down. It's not like you know.
I know every person you named, and I can call every person you named. But
right, good for Taylor. The only part of the rumors I didn't like is to hear that maybe, again, I don't know, this isn't, this is just still part of the rumors, that there was some kind of friction between Taylor and Tiffany. I was like, no, you're both two like legends in Big Brother. We have to, similar to how I felt going into Traders with Britney and Danielle. I want them to work together.
Yeah, that would be crazy if that happened.
Oh my God. If Traders hasn't already done this, they should book both Tiffany and Taylor on the next season of Traders, and then they can kind of talk about maybe if there is an issue, maybe there's not, and then they work together.
You want to get Tiffany to just join this and then we can hash it out?
No.
Okay.
I just like hearing from you.
I have no idea what they got going on.
What you know and feeling it out. Watching.
I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. I think it would be interesting if Tiffany was selected for Traders. I think that the show would be very interesting if she was. I know nothing about who's doing or screwing or whom's. I can't tell you about any of that stuff. But it would be interesting if they both were there. They're two strong Black women, so it would be so
it'd be amazing.
Yeah,
it would be so amazing. Well, wasn't Tiffany doing like
who
Traders else? Like parties? Or didn't she do a celebrity one with like other reality people, and then they all dressed up?
I don't remember that.
I thought I saw that on social media.
Maybe. I don't remember that. I don't know.
Right? Work it out at the round table if there's an issue.
Ben, shut up. It would be great to watch Davon.
Davon would be great. I think
that's
Davon
one person that I do not. I really wish I had her phone number. Like I would blow her up. We follow each other.
Why don't you just hit her up?
I wish.
DM her.
You know who I do have? Danielle's. And I wanted to say something, but me and her haven't talked since her and Sarah did that interview.
On
Big Brother. So Nerd
Reindeer Games?
No, it wasn't. It was before Reindeer Games. So the finale was happening, and she's a legend. So I was like, let me reach out to her. And she's so nice. She's so kind. She gave me her information. And then I was able to talk to her, and I was like, I don't want to do it by myself. And I called you, and you said you can't do it. So I was like, well, who's gonna
Did I say I can't do it?
Yeah, you said you can't do it. I think
Did I have a reason?
No, you just didn't want to. It's like every time I ask you to do something with me, and like
I was
some celebrities and not celebrities, or like semi-celebrities, you always tell me no. So it's not a shocker that you were like, I'm not gonna do that. But y'all heard it here first.
Were you listening in the beginning?
Every time I bring Joleen to something Hollywood related, or I'm trying to put her on the phone or get in contact with or meet someone or talk to someone who is celebrity related, celebrity adjacent, gaining celebrity, Joleen says, no, Busy. And then later on, when I'm hanging out with them, she's like, oh, he knows all the people. And so could you.
What's the opposite of a climber? I'm like a faller. I'm a hider. I'm a digger. I just go dig myself a hole and hide in it.
And then she drags me. Well, we know who knows other people. But I'm sharing the wealth.
You like being friends, though. You love it. Like you love you and Jess.
And I don't think about it. I don't think about them differently. Like we talk. We care about each
I
other.
like
Like
a simple
Jess helped
life.
me with my not Jess. Her
I love
husband
Jess.
helped me with my proposal. Like it
Oh.
like I talk to them, I care about them. I remember when things were happening in my life, and me and Tiffany talked for a long time. Colleen's been there, Big D, we still talk because we watch RuPaul's Drag Race together. Like I don't look at anyone differently. Tundra Call is just an icon. Y'all can hate him if y'all want to. Meeting Candy and doing work for Candy in
That
the
was
game.
iconic.
Yeah,
meeting
so like
Candy
I don't think of anyone. I remember the first time I even talked to Candy, and she was like, "Why would you think I was gonna?" I was like, "I felt like all of this was fake," and she was like, "Why would you feel like this is fake?" But
Candy was
treat
down to
them as
earth, though.
regular people.
Remember
Regular
when
people.
you and Sarah were going to like the parties, like the Big Brother party or whatever, and I lived down the street, you
And you
guys, and they
did
were
not
calling me, and I said, "No, I'm
come.
not going."
Y'all, I felt like it was the first time in my life I felt like a celebrity. It was the first time in my life I felt like a celebrity because it was Celebrity Big Brother too. So all of us were in at the club. It was Ozza who was hosting it.
And I was down the street.
Did not come. And people were like, Busy, oh my God. So then a line came for me.
That you deserve it.
And I was like, y'all, this is the views now, don't say it. But there was a line for me, and people were like, oh my God, my husband's not gonna believe this. Oh, my daughter's not. People were on FaceTime with their children.
Oh, that's okay. I love
Yes, and like I had a line, but Davon's line was bigger than mine. But I had a line in this club, and it was like I just came here to dance for y'all. And then after we were able to meet all the people who were on Celebrity Big Brother, I met Carson. Like it was amazing. And Jolene's like, I'm gonna stay home.
I think I did a live. I want to be performing. Like I only like to go out if it's like my stand-up show. Otherwise, what am I gonna do there?
Network. And this is the problem why you only friends with Sherry Shepherd, because you're not going out and talking to the people.
I'm not even friends with her. I just know her from like
shows. No, don't try to backtrack now. Who's speaking of this? She's best friends with Sherry Shepherd. She thinks that Big D does not deserve to be on television. Sari, she definitely shouldn't be on our television screens anymore. Who's keeping score?
So were you watching the beginning of the stream when I was talking about this? Because I brought you up because I'm like, busy. You're friends with someone, you enjoy hanging out with them, and you're always like, Joleen, we're gonna be here, we're doing this, or he'll call me from like a Big Brother dinner with all the people at the table.
Everybody at the table.
And he'll try to FaceTime me. I won't even turn on my camera.
So
and he'll invite, and I'll be no. Do you want to come? And no.
And she won't. You know what's really bad of me? I don't take pictures of any of those moments.
That's probably good though. But like you're not like a I don't know. It probably
like acting like a fan or whatever. Like all the things that when I think about all of the things that I've done with all of these people, like all throughout. I think Candy was the first person that I was like, we're definitely going to show this moment.
Candy's if I met Candy, that's a different level. Candy is iconic. She's not just a reality star. She's a Grammy award-winning singer, songwriter. Yeah. She's so many things, and she goes back to our childhood with Escape. Okay.
Yeah.
But so that's different. That I would be like a little starstruck, like, oh my God, Candy Burris.
And then she was going to have a reunion. She was like, you got to come back down to Atlanta because we're now going to have a reunion for the show because Bravo wasn't doing it. So she was going to do her own reunion. When I go down to Atlanta, if I go to the Old Lady Gang, which is doing renovation, they treat me. I've
been to Old Lady Gang, and I took a picture with what's his face? Me and my friend Jen did. I went to Old Lady Gang a few times. What's Candy's
Todd?
No.
Don Juan?
Don Juan. He was very nice. Don Juan was very nice.
He is nice. He's the one who put me in contact with her.
But we took a picture. He was nice. Ben's trying to call me out. Joleen, didn't you go take pictures with Tom Sandoval before Scandal? Pretty sure you said you ghosted a collab with Sheener.
Oh, wake it up, Ben. Wake it up. So first Sherry Shepherd, now Tom Sandoval. You got some explaining to do, Lucy. What's going on?
Okay. That is when I did the tea show. And it was Zach, Peter, and Up and Adams show that they did together. And I did stand up at their show.
And but was Tom there or no?
Yeah, I met Tom,
Did you
Ariana,
take a picture with
Sheena, Brock, Schwartz, all of them. But again, I'm working. I'm doing comedy. I'm not just
Oh,
there
now
hanging
it's
out
under
because
the
I'm going to
guise of
meet them.
working.
Mhm.
Now it's under the guise of working.
I was, and if
She
I
is
recall,
Sherry Shepherd.
Tom,
She supports some. This is why her and Sherry Shepherd are friends,
Mhm.
because they both support people who act like that. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. And
Tom
here,
Sandoval wanted to take a picture with me. He said, I'm a big fan. And I said, okay, Tom. It was before Scandival. I was like, all right, Tom. And he took a picture with Nana. And then Schwartz was a big fan of mine.
you had the whole family involved in this mess, Judge.
Nana was there.
Jolene's dragging her down, not only herself down, she's bringing Anna into this. She said, if I go down, everybody else go down with me. The whole lean team. Okay, all the Lunzers.
Yeah, and I met N-Dub. Like, I enjoy meeting. I get more excited to meet like real people like myself.
And did you take a picture with her? Because she was taking pictures with
We did. Me and N-Dub have taken quite a few pictures together because
Oh,
she came
okay.
out to my show in Arizona too.
Well,
I love
N-Dub
meeting
never
people at my
meets her
shows.
heroes because she's out here supporting Sherry Shepherd.
N-Dub
and
doesn't
taking
think of
pictures with
me as
Tom
her
Sandoval.
hero.
All we have to do is go dig back into her photo album and you'll see something with Diddy.
I am gonna call Sherry right now. We're gonna get to the bottom
Put
of
her
this
on the
with
phone,
you,
girl, and
I
take
don't
out
know her
those Diddy
number.
photos that you have with him too. Y'all, Joleen is problematic. And y'all heard it here first.
Cancel me tomorrow. Like
Well, I'm
Carolyn
gonna let you
said.
finish your show. Thank you for letting me. Today was a really stressful day mentally.
You never come pop in and want to click the link.
I had to take the time off from work.
So what's the deal? So me and
Oh,
Busy,
you're gonna do this right now online? I will not be bullied into this. I won't be bullied this way.
we were trying to figure out what to do with SipAndKi, and Busy goes, I think we should dissolve it. And I was
Only
like, maybe.
We don't
Maybe
need to
because-
dissolve the channel. I don't think we need to dissolve the channel.
Well, maybe. I mean,
I think that we need to just get up, and I think we make it too much more stressful than what it needs to be. I think people enjoy us just talking to each other. And I think we are trying to plan and then here's the news. And I think we can just.
What we need is we have people over on our other channels, SipAndKi, who have been with us forever. And we appreciate them so much, but we've also attracted some cuckoo bananas people that we don't want them watching and they don't show up in here or anything. And so
also,
I think
my alarm is set for when that lady go live. When I say I am on it, it's on my timer is set, girl. I have notifications. Woo, I can't wait. But anyway,
so what we need to do is invite more people from over here to go over there, and people are on your channel to go over there, and let's
always promote SipAndKi every single time I do a live, and it's in all of my description things. So what you need to realize is that you don't support us as much as you think you do.
Don't support other women, Bethany. You don't support other women.
Like Nene said, I try to stay out of women's business.
Stay out of women's business. We just need to figure out what we're doing on our other channel.
I think we just talk. I started listening to a podcast that really is about nothing. They get on and they talk for an hour about nothing. And I enjoy it so much. I think we just need to do that. We are thinking harder about it than it needs to be. Let's just get online and talk. Even if we hate each other that day.
Yeah, which we would never. We're sole survivors. Like, no one expected this friendship to last. And how many years? We are like 5 years going strong.
It's true. That part is true. And if you haven't already, go look at my last video. It's iconic. I post once a week. So for this one to get almost 2K views is crazy.
Consistency, Busy. That's really good. Because Busy, you'll disappear. I get it.
I will. The people say I'm funny. I'll say I guess.
You're very funny. N-Dub says, can we get a live collaboration? I'd drive to see you both. I mean, we should probably do some kind of.
You know what? I have something coming. Oh, that's probably short notice for you, though.
Hamburger says, especially if you hate each other that day.
The one especially with.
We're like siblings. We do have like a little.
We get into fights, but she's one of my closest friends. I would never.
And I'm just always right, which is really hard for Busy. He's not used to that, but
well, I think it's because I like to respect my elders.
And you should put some respect on my big ass age.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know how many people have looked it up, but her social security number is 1.
Let it rip. Just Stop doxing me. Stop. People are going to steal my damn identity. Do you know? Okay. Can I just tell you something real quick?
Uh-huh.
I'm really glad that we had this moment because we both get busy and we do our stuff. And then
No
when you
pun
did say
intended.
you wanted to dissolve the channel, I was like, well, he might be right. Like,
I
we
did
don't
not say
put
the
out stuff.
channel. Can you stop saying that?
I'm pretty sure you did in the text. And I told my husband, Chell, I go,
I
"This
did not
is kinda
say the
sad."
channel. You take that back.
Dissolve sipping.
Read the first of all, don't say it out loud because I don't want people to get ideas, and because now I feel like we can't do it. But that wasn't what I was saying.
But I feel like it would make sense though too, because we were kind of at like a stalemate. Like we weren't sure what we were doing.
But that's something that we can haphazardly do. I think the other part is costing us too much money.
You said, I think we can dissolve sipping
How
tea
could
after
you have to
this.
read it out loud?
That's what you said. And it's okay.
Y'all, this is what I'm saying, because she want to tell y'all our business so bad. So then let the psychos, the people who she was just talking about, have
They
it.
don't watch this channel. They don't watch this channel.
Basically, me and her, we have a channel together, and then we also trademarked and created a corporation for it. It's costing more money than it should. So I was like, well, just let's not pay for that anymore, and let's just do the channel. The problem is now she's saying that out loud, and the people are like, I'm just waiting for that to be up.
But it wasn't.
Then I'm gonna own it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
No, it's too late now because
But
you
nobody knew.
You wouldn't shut up.
Nobody knew we made it a business until you just mentioned it. Now we never said it.
You wouldn't stop saying. I never said we should stop doing the channel together.
But I was saying it made sense because we are like, it was so sad because I'll tell you why.
Mhm.
Well, for a lot of reasons, because I love collabing with you, but it is difficult to keep up your own channels. And then you have a separate job, and I
Yeah.
have other things that I do. So it is, it's a lot, but, and I was like, I have so many of my best memories with Busy and
for
with
sure.
even before SipAndKi was SipAndKi, we do the stuff over on my channel.
Yeah.
And someone just commented yesterday on the parody we did when All About the Tea, because Busy and I used to talk about
Internet drama and beef.
internet drama, like YouTubers that were like fighting, like big YouTubers like Sherelle's World versus like All About the Tea, and we
Yeah.
would parody it, and we had so much fun. And so Deb, it was when you were Nosy Ho, and I was when they were trying to out who Monica from All About the Tea was, and that
Yeah.
lady called in and she was like this with her, and someone commented like 3 years later, I still go back to this video and laugh. And I was like, and so I sat down. I haven't watched any of that stuff, and I
need
watched it,
to.
and I was like, you were so good as
Aw.
Nosy Ho, and that's my favorite thing to do with you is just to play,
Yeah.
just to have fun
Same.
and improvise, and just be funny and just be
Yeah.
silly. But I think what happened was Busy and I, through our parodying and making fun, people's feelings got hurt, and that turned into
Yeah.
their fans coming at us and doxing, and people sending things to my home, and people sending things, and then people just going cuckoo bananas and threatening us and threatening his job, and it was
Yeah, it
bananas.
got
And
bad.
so the fun got lost on what we were
Mhm.
doing because people took it so seriously,
Yeah.
where they wanted to personally hurt us in our real lives, and then we both handled it very differently.
Mhm.
And I think that was just like, so we didn't know how to make it fun anymore. But when I look back to those times, I'm like,
It was amazing.
we had so much
We did have so much
fun.
fun. Which is why I'm saying we still need to do the channel. It was the other part that I was like, let's not do that part anymore.
Oh, because you just said sip as a whole. And so my husband Chell and I were talking. He was like, well, Busy's not wrong. Like, it probably is. You guys just are moving on. And I was like, that's true. And you'll always be friends. And we always talk. I mean, we talk just regular as friends. But I do love that when we collab and when we're just silly together. But I just think so many things tainted it.
Yeah.
And the internet, we had,
So the fun's not over because I wasn't saying that. Can we all acknowledge that?
Days of Beefy Joleen, yes.
The fun's not over because that wasn't what I was saying. Can we just acknowledge that?
Okay, that wasn't what you're saying. That's what you wrote, but it wasn't what you meant.
Yeah, in context, if you read the text beforehand, in context, I feel like what I said makes sense. But I think you saw the part that hurt your heart.
Well, it just because I remember, but it also made sense. Like, I was like, yeah, it might be time.
It doesn't make sense.
Okay, we're not doing it then. We're
Yeah.
not going anywhere then.
We're gonna open up a separate bank account under our trademark. I mean, our company name. But outside of that, I still want to do the stuff. It's just, I mean, it costs a lot to file taxes. It takes a lot. It was a lot. So that was the only part that I was saying. But I want to continue to do the work. And after this video, I feel like we need to do the work because there is a cycle who watches it and is just waiting for the name.
I know, and I've had so many people hit me up and be like, I miss, we'll never cover what we ultimately ended up covering because it's way too dark.
Yeah, we talk about it with each other, but we do not cover it.
Because these people, it's not.
Yeah, we're tuned in, we're plugged in. The drama's there. It's so much of me wants to get on the internet so badly and talk about it, but I just don't. I be wanting to do a members only, but especially with the people who are doing the fighting right now. I've been down that road with both of them.
Plus, it's so niche. Like, it's so small and niche. I feel like so many people will be like, what? That's not interesting. And I don't want to introduce my people who don't know about that, my subscribers and your subscribers.
You like when they're doing mass television, cable racist and stuff like that. You don't want them to low internet racist.
Not internet racist, not low down.
They need to know famous
racism only.
Cheaters, people who are beating their wives. They need to know those famous ones.
Yes, not the
merch, please. Oh my God. I always get excited when I see people wearing our merch.
Which is so crazy because Busy and I never made a dime from merch because it was all put back into making the merch. It actually cost us.
People having it.
It was so great though. I just wore one of our t-shirts the other day on a live.
Tavon wears the pants, he wears the shirts, he wears the hoodies, he wears everything out. And it's also fun when people recognize me when I'm out. How often does that happen to you?
Never.
You lie. You have way more subscribers than I do.
Who would recognize me? I go to comedy shows and people, if I headline shows,
you've never been just somewhere and someone is like, "Oh my God, Joleen."
One time me and Cho were at the mall in Arizona, and a young woman came up to me and she knew me from my comedy because I performed at the Tempe Improv all the time, but
not from YouTube.
I don't think so.
You bought your subscribers.
Stop! I'm buying them.
Shut up. I've been noticed so many times. I was in the airport once.
What?
Yes, and I was at a concert once. I was voting.
Well, I also don't leave the house very much, but I don't think anyone would recognize me.
I don't believe that.
I think Nana might have gotten recognized at a casino before.
Well, she was at the slot. Buffalo.
Buffalo. No.
That's crazy. How did I get recognized more than you?
Well, you're memorable.
That's true, and you're not. So I think
you're out there. Well, it probably helps that you're like, do you know who I am? And you go up to people and you know how you say that? You're like, hi, and they're like, and you're like, busy.
First of all, like, I don't walk around with identification because you should already know who I am. That's just me. People are like, excuse me, can I see your ID? ID. You better recognize. You better recognize.
You do ask people though. Do you know who I am?
Loud and easy to spot. Sometimes I'm not talking. I went to vote, and someone was like, "I'm sorry. I love your channel."
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, but I'm not doing anything because seriously, when I'm outside, if I'm not with someone, I'm an extreme introvert. I don't want to talk to.
You're pounding a what are those things called at Costco that you eat? They're delicious. Those chicken melts.
It's a chicken bake.
Busy loves to eat a chicken bake and call me or go live, and he's just down in a chicken bake.
First of all, I've only done that one time online.
But you've talked to me eating a chicken bake.
I do love a chicken bake, especially when I go to Costco. Because Joleen still goes to Target.
No, I don't. I haven't been to Target since the DEI rollout.
Somebody told me.
You know how much money they've lost from me?
As they should.
I regularly put in my Instagram stories. I'm so mad at Target. Like, I can't even believe you brought that up because the pain. It's the rip the Band-Aid because I was so loyal to them.
You talked about it a lot. Yeah, like
I was true to them, and I feel like they're I'm a scorned ex of theirs. Like, I flick them off in my stories and I tag them like, fuck you, Target, when I find out they lost money because they really disappointed me. And that is a Minnesota company. I rep Target. So I love Target. You know how much money I spent at Target they didn't need to all the time.
They were a place of inclusivity, like
It was
amazingly.
I used to say whatever city I was in, I would find the Target, and then I knew I was home because, I've moved around places, and sometimes you get lonely when you first, like, whenever I would get lonely, I would go to a Target, and I would get, when they used to have like the little, before Starbucks, they had, you could get like a popcorn and a soda from their little, and I would get my popcorn and my soda, and I'd walk around Target, and if I would miss my mom, or I would miss my home or my friends, wherever I lived, wherever I was traveling to or performing comedy in whatever city, I would just go to Target.
This is very sad.
And they
like just your life, just like that.
They've hurt me.
That sounds.
My life.
I'm not sure where we were supposed to get from that, but it actually sounds very sad.
Target can go straight to hell.
Put in the comments when you're feeling bad. Do you go to grocery stores and get popcorn and walk?
You don't understand.
Do you call your mom while you're outside of the Walmart? Put it in the comments.
I don't go to Walmart, but Minnesotans, back me up in the chat. That Target is a Minnesota company. Like, we were so proud when I'm sure it's like,
and that's what they were like. We really didn't want to do this DEI stuff in the first place.
I think the worst part about, like, you expect it from like Walmart, Walmart, they don't give a shit about anybody, but Target pretended to care. Target pretended to care about inclusivity. Target pretended to care about,
I
diversity.
Think that's what sucks the most. Like,
and you're just like, oh, so you just lied. You just lied. I will not give Target my business, maybe for the rest of my life.
Yeah, it was.
They're going to have to get on their knees begging me, please, changing everything.
Yeah. It was the bait and switch. That's the reason why I didn't go, because I don't go to Walmart. But if I was gonna go to a store like that, I would go into Target. And then they just had stuff that was like, oh, you go in, they got the $5, $1 stuff in the front, and I'm just always picking through. Tabitha Brown stuff is there, so why would I not go through her stuff to see? And they
pretended, like, they literally pretended, saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna put.
They have queer stuff with visibility, and like then, everything that I needed was there.
Yep. And then they're like, never mind. And you're like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, no, not Target. So now I'm just at Costco going, I don't think I need 62 of these, but that's the only option.
You actually do. So it's a love and hate relationship for how the people are treating Costco now, because I used to be able to be in and out.
Oh,
but not everybody has a Costco card.
Costco went up once Target.
I know, and it's so frustrating because I'm thinking I used to be able to go in here, go down every aisle, because I buy stuff in bulk that I don't need, because I just love Costco so much, so much. Now sometimes I go in there, they don't have the chicken because all y'all came and got the rotisserie chicken.
Like me.
I mean, but y'all probably need it for your families, and I get it for my dogs.
Oh, Luke.
Yeah, they have the rotisserie. He turned 9 yesterday. Did I send you the photos?
No, happy birthday, Luke.
Oh my God. Okay, look at this photo. Aww. It's my favorite one.
Oliver. He's younger.
Yes, and I'm gonna show you the photo of him being depressed about it being Luke's birthday.
Oliver is standing up. Oh my God, Luke has a crown. Hi, Luke.
He was like, what's that girl's name? Britney from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. What about me? What about me, you guys?
Oh, poor Oliver. It's hard.
I love this photo so much.
Did you post those? You need to post them.
No, because also yesterday was one of my best friend's birthdays, and I didn't want to post her and then my dog at the same time, because I was like, this is kind of rude.
I don't think that's rude. I would post my dog at the same.
Yeah, but he turned 9 years old. That's the king of the castle. I love him very much. Okay, so we got to get up because his mom's birthday is today, and we're going to see The Sinners with Michael B. Jordan.
Is that a new movie?
Yes, it is a new movie. It's a vampire horror movie. You're probably only used to anything with Jonathan Majors, somebody slapping women or choking them, stuff like that you like Sherry Shepherd.
Okay, Todrick, calm down.
Wow, he's in the background though. Your problematic fave is coming out on Wendy Williams' chair, talking about what Megan Thee Stallion needs.
Putting me in the category.
How Megan Thee Stallion needs to dress because children are looking up to her.
I don't agree with that. Happy birthday, Luke.
Thank you so much. Luke said, "Wow." That means thank you. I learned it last night.
I don't know how we got to
We both
Target.
have ADHD, so I think this
Yeah.
is the perfect way for me to make my exit. And you can go back
I
to you.
know. Now
You
I'm
were
over
reading
to no,
Britney.
I'm gonna have to end it and come back because now do you do that in StreamYard where they will now clip your shorts for you, which is so helpful because it takes so long to do shorts yourself, even though they're not the greatest when they do it. If you go over 2 hours, they're like, we won't generate your shorts. And you're like,
I didn't know that, babe. They're doing shorts for you, so I guess you don't have to do the shorts anymore.
under 2. Well, Tay does it way better than they do it, but
Yeah, well, never mind.
okay, so when are we going live on our other channel? Since we're just doing all the business out front. Are you stroking out? What's happening? Let's see how long you can do this. Oh, there
What?
you go.
Can you hear me now?
Naomi says, I was just prescribed meds for my ADHD. I start today. Let me know how you feel and which meds. I'm on Vyvanse. I do like myself some Vyvanse.
Can you take that with the menopause medicine?
I'm sorry?
Can you take that with the perimenopause medicine?
I'm sorry. That is above your pay grade to know that information.
It
You
actually
know
isn't,
that?
to be honest. The way I looked up how much these people pay in the Valley, I could buy their house twice.
With my supplements for perimenopause.
Oh, I thought you had Sherelle menopause.
Oh my God.
My God, too. Isn't she amazing? It was so much fun seeing all you guys in the chat and being over here.
Go sub to Busy. Drop your if one of the mods doesn't mind dropping.
Yeah,
Busy's
they've done
link.
it throughout the whole entire time. You don't pay attention to them enough,
I
but
do.
it was so good being over here. Again, make sure that you support Joleen as much as possible. She's a struggling comedian and
Paying for my shows.
pay for her show. She's doing the best she can, hand over fist to make
With
it
Sherry
through.
Shepherd, just opening for Sherry
Yeah.
Shepherd.
To be honest, this is the third time she's worn that shirt to me because I just talked to her last night. So I was surprised that she got up on here with the same stuff, but they're saving water because they don't have enough money for the water bill.
We're living in the shirts.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're living check to check. To check. That's why Chell was home because they're just both trying to make it the best that they can. So support her with super chats and follows and likes. Tell your friends about her. Say like, look, this
She needs your help.
Yeah, she needs your help. White women are going through it at this point in time.
Poor white women, right?
Yeah,
we are
so
just God.
white lives matter.
White.
Help the girls out as much as possible. No Target, what are they gonna do? Y'all heard about Joleen walking through stealing popcorn. She never said she paid for it. She was stealing popcorn for the Target and then just walking around. Yep. Y'all never heard her say she was purchasing. She said, I used to go in there, take some popcorn. That's what she did. She walked around Target. She took popcorn. They're like, man, you're going to have to leave. And then I don't know how long y'all been following this channel. She used to do the same thing at Michael's. She was as she was done stealing the popcorn, they kicked her out of Target. She would go to Michael's and Joanne Fabrics, and she would still be
put stuff on the bottom of the cart and walk out.
Let's not even start with how Nana taught her crimes. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here.
Me. Bye, Busy.
Bye.
Oh, well, sometimes you need little detours on these lives, and that actually helped my cramps in a lot of ways. I was, struggling, and I was having some serious menstruation station cramps. So having Busy Blu up here, I think they say you're supposed to exercise. I've never been a fan of that. I just want to lay in bed. But that was like good exercise for my uterus. Okay. Right. It was fun. I'll come back. I'm going to come back. It's Friday. I might come back later today. Definitely tomorrow. I'm going to schedule my live to complete or get through the cross-examination, the Karen Read, Michael Proctor roast, you guys, and we'll come back and read the Britney story. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and definitely go sub up to Busy, sub up to SipAndKi. I think Care Bear dropped the link in the chat. Thank you. Shout out to all my super chatters today: Indiana Girl Jules, Evelyn, Chickenhead, Lexi Lean, thank you so much. Chickenhead again. Christina, thank you for being a member for 2 months. How are his adorable nephew? Oh my God, right? on the last SipAndKi, I think we did. Busy had his nephew in the back. He was babysitting, and he was so cute and so sweet. And thank you, Chickenhead, for being a member for 4 months. You guys are all beautiful pumpkin spice babies. I appreciate you. Hit that like. Don't forget to comment after the video posts. And I'll be back very soon, and we'll get back into the Britney and Jax of it all. And then also the Michael Proctor cross-exam. I think this weekend I can fit in, and Monday too, because the Karen Read trial starts, opening statements start Tuesday. So I think we can fit in some more cross-examinations from the first trial over the weekend, and then on Monday as we get ready for this crazy Karen Read retrial. All right. You guys are wonderful. Always remember to enjoy yourself. It's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see,